In the place where everybody knows your name. Laughter fills the air like a sweet refrain. Sit and share a story, but I drink or two. In this cozy bar, where dreams come true, where smiles and friends remain, and good times ease the pain. Here we go again.
Hello, hello. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you let me know? Gee, that'd be swell. Yes, I know I'm live. I don't get any messages at all during the day, and as soon as I start this, I get about 500 of them. Yes, I know. How are we? No ad. I still think they are going to show. I might try that today as well at some point. Just try and throw one in. See if it works. I can press a button apparently. Just see if it makes any difference whatsoever to the stream. I'm not sure. But how you doing, Mandy? You okay? Full of the joys of spring. What? Bizarre. Hello, Nick and Bot. A pair of us. Yes, Botrix is getting better and better, isn't he? I say that now. He should be. Oh, I was going to say, but the jukebox isn't working, but it is. It's just changed over. Which is good. Innit? Window open. Globe light. Oh, hang on. Ah, no. Hang on, will ya? There you go. I have had the little heater on because it's been cold during the day, and now, of course, it's absolutely bastard melting. Yes. It is on. Ta-da, indeed. I should have noticed that before, and I thought I got everything sorted. Lights, camera, action, dookie, piggly ding, everything's working. Apart from that pissing light. Yeah, I've got a 6-gang extension, and they are all completely taken up. I need to relook at that and see whether or not I can take anything out, because the heater has to be on during the winter, as it's been a little bit chilly, hasn't it? Although it wasn't too bad this morning. It was really misty again though, really misty. Like, 100 to 200 yards in front of you, you couldn't see anything. Very atmospheric, very Jack the Ripper-y. Those kind of, when you ever see a Jack the Ripper film in Whitechapel, there's always that kind of mist. That's what it was like this morning, which made for a few good photos, to be honest, including one that I used on today's video. I like that. I'm a bit quiet, am I? You have to turn the volume right up, because my throat is a little bit tender. It's not sore or anything, but the cold, I think, has been getting to me. Many apologies for the inconvenience. I don't know, I don't think I can hire it up any further as well on the audio mixer. You're not twitching. That's okay, you don't need to. I will send a little message from there though, just in case. a hi and a hello. And there you go. There on the screen. Yeah, whatever this cold is. I mean, it was bizarre, right? My ma had spent the last month coughing and spluttering all around the house, and then walked into the back kitchen the other day while I was making a lemsip and went, "Oh, have you got a cold again, have you? Do you fucking think like?" Yes, I have. Just a little bit of a cold, and it's just about enough to send me over the edge to the point where I've got no energy whatsoever. You know, those ones with like £120 million Euro Millions rollover victory came in. I'd just sit there and go, "Ah, that's nice." Because I've got no energy whatsoever. I did a thing yesterday. When I'm tired, I get loads of tremors. So my left arm was tremoring, as was my left leg, and I stood up off the sofa, and my left leg came up, and then wouldn't go back down. So I was stood there on one leg, like Daniel San in Karate Kid, with my left leg shaking, my left arm shaking. If anyone had walked in, you'd have thought there was something wrong with me, which there is, isn't it, to be honest? Bizarre. Then eventually it stopped and I could put my foot down and I felt alright then. I should say, come to YouTube. Get banned off Twitch for doing that, I think. I think. I need to look into Twitch a bit more and make sure that what I'm putting out there is correct. Don't know why it's unstable again. Average stream bitrate is too high. It's not. It's fucking 6,000, which is what you say it should be. Maybe drop it down to 5.5. See what happens. 5.8. I'll do that later, remind me. Oh. That is a nice cup of tea, that. But it is warm. And it's been warm the last, not the last few days, but 2 or 3 of the last 4 or 5 days has felt pretty nice being out of a morning. Quite. I mean, it's been wet, it's been misty, but the temperatures have been okay. I don't mind that. Having to get up at 6:30 in the morning and be scraping ice off your car, or having to run the engine for 20 minutes before you even get in, is a pain in the balls. But there you go. Casper. That was louder. Move the mic closer to your gob. I do apologise. It's my throat as well. It is, genuinely. You can tell on some of the videos that I do, if it's early in the morning and I'm struggling to talk a little bit, it's because of that. And also the fact that some mornings I get up and there's no one to talk to, so I haven't spoken a word until I get my camera out. And I've just sat here for about the last 5 hours speaking to nobody. But I picked Jess up earlier and she's not working tomorrow, which means I get a lie-in in the morning, a proper full-on lie-in in the morning. The last thing she said as I dropped her off at hers was, "I'm glad I'm not seeing you tomorrow, Dad." That's the kind of relationship you need with your kids. Good, I'm glad I'm not seeing you either. See you on Friday, you little shit. She needs the lie-in as well. She does, definitely. It's currently 0 degrees Celsius over in Denmark, and it's -1 in New Orleans and Narlands. Extreme cold in the USA. It's bizarre, isn't it? The west coast is burning, the east coast is freezing. It's never normal, is it? In the middle, just has to be something, one extreme to the other. That seems very, very cold for New Orleans. That's New Orleans on the southern coast as well, isn't it? On the Gulf of Mexico. Fuck off, Trump. Gulf of America. Yeah, it's normally a bit warmer there, down by the bayou. But apparently climate change is a hoax. When you've got snow in Madrid in June and you've got places that have the monsoon are going through droughts and things like that. That's when you know climate change is real. What are we on now? Is it Storm Owen? Is that the name of it? EOWYN, is it Owen? We used to have 1 or 2 storms every decade. Now we're getting 10 every month. It's ridiculous. Saw someone post that their house was from 1902. Today was the first time with snow. 1902 in the States, in some places in the States anyway, is absolutely ancient. And that's the first time they've seen snow. That is bizarre. Fucking Wales gone mad, man. There's places that are normally dry that are getting all kinds of floods going on. There'll be snow in the desert. Some deserts have snow anyway, we know that. A desert just means it's dry. Doesn't mean it's hot necessarily. The world's biggest desert, of course, really is Antarctica. Huge tracts of Antarctica don't get any rainfall at all. And also bugger all snow. Means something about horses. Master of Horses. What a great name. If you're going to do storms, at least give them proper names. Or go the other side and call things like Storm John, Storm Dave, Storm Bert. But yeah, Master of Horses. I love that. Heat wave in Australia these days. It's a heat wave all the time there. Just seems to be. It used to be in Australia that if you had a really bad El Nino, then it'd be ridiculously hot and there'd be bushfires everywhere. Or even at La Nina, which is the opposite of El Nino. But now it just seems to be ridiculously hot all the time. Something's got to give, man. Something's got to give. And of course, Trump has now withdrawn from the Paris Agreement and is going to be digging holes all over the States. Because we need more oil, obviously. The only thing I'd be happy with is if they stop all this electric car bollocks. Try and reduce, definitely try and reduce everything, but all electric does not work. It will never ever work. Don't take your word for it, Mandy. You're not 100%. Of course you are. You're 100% Mandy. We know you are. Master of Horses. How do you spell the name? Is it EOWYN? It's a Lord of the Rings character. Right. It's a Lord of the Rings character, or rather a character in Lord of the Rings was given that name. It means horse lover. Oh, is it pronounced Owen? I would have thought it was pronounced Owen. Is a supremely powerful and feminine name of Old English origin. Horse lover. Lover of horses. Eowyn. Alright, sorry, Eowyn. What? What a weird name. I like it though. He wrote a lot of horrible stuff into law the last couple of days. Just ridiculous. We need to get away from that. I know the United States is a bipartisan country where you've only got 2 proper parties. That's it. I mean, it's pretty much the same all over the world. There's a lot of European ones where you've got loads more choices, but normally there's only 2 that people vote for, left or right. Or in some cases, centre left, centre right. But need to get away from that thing of whatever you've done, as soon as we come in, we'll just undo it. Whether it was a good idea or a bad idea. And then the next people come in and then undo what they've done. Just pointless. Waste all kinds of money, waste loads of time. Can you not come to some consensus? There's got to be somewhere in the world where both sides of the political debate go, do you know what? That's a really good idea. Yeah, we'll vote for that as well. If you do it, we'll vote for that. But no, never. Wankers. You knew it was horsey. Yes, Horsey, but no wind pump, unfortunately. Search the Constitution on the White House website. Yes, 404s. They have removed the Constitution from the White House website. Why would they want to do that? Hey? Fork Bridgehead. Out with Gyro, Proto Trout, Cousin Charlie Brotherhood, Futurity Broddick. It's very Scottish, that. How you doing, Kirsty? You okay? The whale's gone mad. Yes, the Danish politician went viral. We've seen that. That was sent to me today. It's I think that falls squarely in the definitive category, that one, doesn't it? Say what you see. Say what you see. Yeah, I like that. More of that. Not just him either. All these people that are in positions of power that are misusing their power. Tell them all to Foxtrot Oscar. He's after Canada as well now, isn't he? The EU is going to get tariffs. The Chinese are getting tariffs. Which means, of course, the American consumer is going to pay loads more money. Obvs. Totes obvs. But that's what you vote for, so he wasn't really hiding it, was he? And we can't say anything because we voted for bastard Brexit. Feckin' Egypt. A little bit of politics. My name's Ben Elton. Good night. Shania Twain on the dookie. I still say she should have married Jude Law. Imagine Shania Law. She would absolutely wind the ever-loving fuck out of dyslexic racists. It'd be brilliant. Whew, it is bloody warm, man. I mean, obviously I'm wearing a fleece hoodie, but, you know, it's still warm. It's feeling hot, hot, hot. And someone did something the other day and put up a post. Was it a reel or something? About how light it is and how quickly it's going to get to 5 o'clock and then 6 o'clock. And he'll give like a date. It's going to be light until this time on this date. Ding, ding, ding. And it's not that far away. It was 4:30 odd today. I'm going to check this now for tomorrow. Bear with me. Bear with me. Donderdag. Sunset tomorrow is at 4:37. 4:37. Which means it's still going to stay light until, well, dusky, isn't it? Until about 5:15. I like it. I come home today via the back way as well, in the hope that with it being misty, the sun might be coming up. I could get some fantastic eerie shots, and I couldn't because it was just too misty. That's definitely the way to go though. If there's any mist and the sun's coming up, looks incredible. Remind me to take me actual camera with me though next time. Friday. Possibly Friday. She might be back in work then, but she might not be. And I'm off Friday, which is a Brucey bonus. It's been warm in Denmark today, 2 degrees Celsius, but snow is about to hit tonight. 2's quite nice, I like that. It's cold, but it's not stupid cold. Give you a date and you'll tell us when the sun sets that day in Southport, okay? What are we on now? 14th of February, go on. When is the sun set on the 14th? Wasn't dark at 5, it isn't? It's the sun only sets today was 25 to 5. And then you get blue hour afterwards, which lasted until 5:15 today. Lovely, lovely. Can't wait for it to be a little bit warmer, longer days, just so I can get out with the camera and start practicing. I was watching some more stuff about it. There's a dude who was going on about, he takes his camera every 5:20 on the 14th. Lovely stuff. Cheers, Caspian nerd. Yeah, I can't wait to get it. The fella was talking about how he used to just take his camera absolutely everywhere, still does, and will record anything. Doesn't post it. Just take it out, record it, see what it looks like. Does it look shit? Sound. Go and do the same thing some other time. See if you can make it look better. That's what I need to do. There's also some Spanish photographer, Laura BC, who is absolutely amazing. Loads of stuff about doing self-portraits and learning how to use light. It's one of the few channels that I've seen where you can actually see what she's doing, giving proper tips on how to do. This is how I got this shot. This is what I was doing with it. Brilliant. So I'm learning loads, but I can do fuck all. And also the longer days and slightly warmer days, I have to make a start on this Manchester music video. Whether I'm going to do some in the house Friday, just do some sat on the sofa, pretending to be a proper Manchester rave on EP type dude in the area. Gonna have to start doing that. It's not even long. It's only about a 3 minute 40, is it? 3-minute 40 song or something like that. Anyway, Friday's going to be a bit Mork and Mindy. No drone for me. Oh, where's my thing? Oh, bollocks. I think it's fell down the side. I had to print off using my clicky clicker. Where the fuck is my clicky clicker? Everything's gone missing. With me clicky clicker. These are shit. Do you remember them? Dymo. Label maker from back in the day. When they used to be made out of metal and they were really good. Now they're made out of plastic and they're shit. But I printed off my label to put on my drone. And the label's bigger than the drone. How does that work? How am I supposed to label my fucking drone now? Day length will be up by 2 hours and 21 minutes that day in Puerta de la Suz on the Costa del Sefton. I'm looking forward to it. I felt like I wasted a bit of last year. I don't want to waste too much more of this year. Knowing now that the sunset streams worked quite well, I don't mind doing them a bit more. Getting out. The fresh air helps. Just standing around the car, chatting shite while you watch the sunset is better than sitting in the house. I think, anyway. You might not agree having to sit through all that bollocks, but you pays your money, you takes your choice. Know what I mean, bruv. What else? There was something else now I can't think. You've got 2 label makers, not like this one. Make us a label, Mandy. Let's see if yours is better than mine. It's a proper Dymo. These were the Ferrari of label makers back in the day, or rather, more like the Jaguar or Rover. Proper handmade, big, chunky metal things. When you did that, the whole thing went kadunk. Now it's fucking useless. And I need to, even if it's a toy, my drone, it has got a camera on it. Below 250 grams, it has a camera, therefore I have to label it. Ali, Mandy, I will do, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I've got to zoom by yours at some point anyway soon. Got to drop you off one of them, mate, Anna. Got to drop you off one of them, mate. Oh. Ali, oh, get behind that bar, girl. Get behind that bar. Yeah, and some other bits and pieces, so I will zoom by at some point. I also want to be able to look at Riddling Castle while it's a bit lighter. Definitely going there. Definitely going there this spring. or the summer, or the spring, the summer and the autumn. Therefore, I'm doing a tour in North Wales. Get the kettle on. So the guy had 3D printed a copy of his brain from an MRI scan. What? I wonder if I can get hold of mine. Mine would be amazing, because it'd look all gorgeous and pink and perfect, and at the back there'd be a big fucking bullet hole in it. 3D printer. Oh, don't. I tried to talk myself out of getting a 3D printer, and out of getting a Shure SM7B microphone. I don't need one. I don't need one. I want one. I want one. I don't need one. This is alright, isn't it? Apart from being too bloody quiet, like, but the quality's alright on this mic, isn't it? You wonder if the stork will be as bad as they predict. You're having a baby, are you, Ali? The storm, is it supposed to be bad? Jackie Lewis, J-Lou, what about you? How you doing? How was Fat Club? First rule of Fat Club, don't talk about Fat Club. He labelled it Abby Normal. I love that film. Abnormal. Young Frankenstein. What a film. What a film. Greatest black and white film ever made. With 12 Angry Men coming in second, I think, and A Wonderful Life maybe in third. But apart from that, Young Frankenstein. Can you ask, is the name pronounced Ewan? It's not. It's, what did I say it was? Owain or something weird, isn't it? What did they say? I'm going to check again now. Eowyn. There you go. It's pronounced Eowyn. Eowyn. Mind you, that's according to Google, so it might be absolute bollocks. Have you noticed Google used to put in something and then the first 2 or 3 answers would be fantastic? Now you've got to go down to about the 9th page before anything useful is on there. Eowyn. Hot chocolate for Mandingo. There you go, Mandy. Bucket of hot chocolate. Do you believe in miracles? Yes. Jeff has been interfering with your phone again, Ali. Anything like that, blame Jeff. That's what he's there for. 12 Angry Men's a brilliant film, isn't it, Steve? Oh, one of my favourite films of all time now. Such a brilliantly written and conceptualised piece of art, I think, that. And lovely the way it pans out the more you watch it. Superb. Superb, as they say in Japan. It means lover of horses. Yeah. Sounds a bit dodgy, that, doesn't it? Don't trust him, he's a bit of an Eowyn, know what I mean? Don't let him near your stable. Yes, hello to our Steve-O. Helen, the Norfolk correspondent, doing remarkable work in the field. And Ruby Roo, too. Be right back, no worries. A beer for Casper. I'll have me cup of tea. That's a great cup of tea, but I was rushing a little bit this evening. I only finished work at 7. So I was rushing to get it made and do some other bits and pieces before I came in here. So it's still a bit hot. An extra hot skinny latte with an extra shot. Of course you can. Of course you can, Malcolm. Yes, Steve, how are you feeling now, mate? Any better? How's the chest? Are you on your 27th bottle of Cavonia this week? Right, I've just told you that name is pronounced Eowyn. Someone will ask me that question in 20 minutes. I will not have a bastard clue. Because that's how it works. It's like that and that's the way it is. Some pissing air in here. Getting there not so wheezy. That's a start, mate. That is a start. Lovely stuff. I bought myself a thing. Bought myself a couple of things, actually. Cedarwood incense. My room smells like the 1970s. And also the cutest little light, because I'm an absolute knob jockey. How good's that? How good's that? Isn't that lovely? A little light with barn doors. They're called barn doors then, by the way. And it's got some gels in it. And was it a Fresnel? No, it's not. It's a snoot. Bollocks, bollocks. A little snoot, which funnels the light, if you need be. I am such a light bellend, aren't I? Not quite yet. Not quite yet. We're getting there though. We're getting towards the birthday time. Only a few hours away. It's close, man. It's close. Close but no zigga-zigga. Have I tested the bottle opener? I have a bottle in the fridge and I have not tested it. Because I'm that much of a tit. I should have done. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. At some point I might. Just seeing if I had any videos to play while I disappeared and got it. Do you know what? Give it another 20 minutes or so. I'll play an ad and I'll run and get the bottle dead quick. That way I'm testing whether or not this system works. I'm also earning loads of money so I can retire when I'm 50, 90 odd. And I can go and get the bottle dead quick. Or I haven't tried the can bit either. I have got cans. I still haven't had meat Asahi. They're going to be out of date by the time I drink these fuckers, aren't they? The can bit. The can do bit on the top. It'll work, won't it? It'll work. I'll go and get the bottle in a bit, which I will place on the Bear's Paws beer mat, obviously. Beer on a beer mat. I could probably do with a beer tonight. With it being so warm in it. What the bloody hell is that? Is that a bat or an owl? Unless it's next door, it'll be some owl bat. Won't. Next door's alright, actually. Happy birthday in advance. Happy birthday in advance. Very, very unique there, Harry. Well done. Very unique. Pee break for Jackie Lewis. Go on, hurry up. Go on. We'll time you. See how long it takes. I'll time you. I'll do a pissily ding and see how long it takes. No! Did you drop to your knees like Platoon or whatever it was? Was it Full Metal Jacket or Platoon? One or t'other. One of those films I haven't watched. so many films I haven't seen. Donald, how you doing, bud? We were talking about it last night. My dad has never seen The Godfather, so I had to go with him the other week over that. And then as I walked past him last night, he was watching The Shawshank Redemption. So, have you ever seen this? I went, no. So he had to go with me. So there's a list of films now that either of us need to watch. How can I got to my age and never have watched The Shawshank Redemption? Let's be honest. Although I must be in a minority of one where I don't like Morgan Freeman's voice. No idea why it's supposed to be this fantastic narration voice. Nah, man. Give me Stephen McIntosh any day of the week. How are we? How are we? How are we all doing? Well, I'm doing all right. Apart from being absolutely exhausted. I need more Lemsip tomorrow, remind me. Loads more food, loads more Lemsip. I normally try and keep a spare box in the house just in case. Not that I have that many colds, but the last one lasted for ages and I don't want that to go on again, so I'll get another box and leave that. I need something else as well and I don't know what it is. What do I need? I got ink for the printer, so it's not that. I was laminating the other day, so it's not that. It's something else like that though, and I can't think what it is. It'll come to me. Sure, it's all grand over there. Get more Lemsip, thank you. Thanks, Mandy, for reminding me. I would have forgot about that otherwise. Don't forget the Lemsip. Cheers, Donald. Years of stars, lad. Years of stars. I can't think what else it was, though. There's something else. And it'll be one of those things where I'll do about 4 tours of the store, 8 miles, and I'll come back out to get home and think, I should have got that while I was there. Seems to happen a lot. And I got me 200 cedarwood joss sticks. 200 of the buggers. Because why not? Possibly toilet roll too. Milk and bread. Now I think we're alright for stuff like that. Goo, I have goo. I still have goo in the fridge. It's not milk, although that'll be going soon because I've been eating loads of crunchy nut cornflakes. Yes, Mandy, they're all cedarwood. It was a box of cedarwood. There are other scents that you can get, but getting them cheap means buying them in bulk in the 1 cent. And at the moment I am all about the cedarwood. Incense sticks they are. Very, very nice smell as well. And bizarrely, it doesn't set me asthma off or anything. And I have to be careful with things like air fresheners in the car because they can sometimes give me a headache. And just before Christmas, I ordered some merch from the Transformotion channel, which is one of my favourite channels. Air fresheners. And they never got sent out because of some issue over Christmas. And they were full of apologies with the lads. And reimbursed me and then sent me twice as many of these air fresheners out. And Liam off the channel came and delivered them by hand. So I stood outside, had a good chat with him for about 20 minutes. So I'm basically sponsored by Transformotion now. And they smell lovely. And they don't send me asthma off either, so I'm quite happy with that. Sticks or cones will break your bones, but I don't know, what is it? Sticks, Mandy, sticks. It looks very cigar-y though, doesn't it? Oh man, they smell so good. Does Brad Pitt smell a cedarwood? He might do. I do as well. It's the shower gel I use, which is why I love it. Love the smell of it. There you go. Not sponsored, but you never know. We'll do another one now. I'll set fire to another one live. Live on air. Fire. Doo-doo. There we go. Yeah, the fella that ran the Silk Road went from life in prison to a pardon from Trump and went free yesterday. So the war on substances is going really well in the States. It's just ridiculous. The man's an imbecile. As long as anybody supports what he does, they'll let him get away with literally anything. Swaps. What, man? What? I hate swaps. Why do you want to swap some? Is that what you want, Mandy? Is that what you're saying? Names can always hurt you. They can. I won't get moths either. Ooh. Is that right? Is that right? Is it? A pint for Louise. You want to flirt with that, love? I am the god of hellfire, Donald, and I bring you fire. Doo-doo. Watching the planes channel from LAX. You know, it's that the wildfire had started again. Oh, man. LAX, man. What a mad airport that is. We were getting on a KLM 747 heading back to Amsterdam from LAX, and the band Fishbone were getting on the plane with us. Massive fellas, all of them absolutely huge. I'd never heard of them, but obviously when I got back home, I decided to go and try and find some of their stuff, which was nice. You never heard about that, Ali Ali O? It is mad. Genuinely, it's just fucking crazy. Where else in the world would you do that? This man is in jail because he's causing untold misery to the entire country. Sound, pardon him. Has he got a MAGA hat? Yes, pardon him. We need to stop this shit as well. There's someone who's selling merchandise at Everton. Make Everton great again, mega. I say, yeah, all right, I get it, but we don't want to be connected with that kind of shite, because Everton used to have a really bad problem with right-wing fans, especially during the National Front days. And we don't want that coming back at all. So an interview with a man who went into hiding and fled and bought guns to escape his father who got a pardon. It's fucking crazy, man. Oi, oi. Nice seeing you at Heathrow earlier. I would have watched that myself, but I was working. So instead I was listening to the Johnny Vegas audiobook on Spotify, of all places. His autobiography. It's interesting so far. There's lots of self-creaking bed springs so far. Just leave it at that. You've got 8 types of fragrances. What fragrances have you got? Go on, Mandy. Tell me. But yeah, I don't know how many's in these. 6. So, how many? Doesn't tell you how many. There's loads. It should tell you how many, shouldn't it? Clueless bellends. But there you go. That and a bottle opener and some other bits and pieces will be yours. I will drop them off. I'll swap you Have something nice though. You like incense sticks too? They are great, aren't they? I also like the fact I didn't realise this until earlier on. I know it produces smoke, obviously, but I didn't realise it produced such nice wisps in this light. With all the lights on now, you can really see it. I did want to get a haze machine though, for me videos. Proper haze machine. Wouldn't that be great? Trump said in an interview yesterday he's a friend of the police. Yep. 600 people who were pardoned were convicted of harming cops. They were. No friend of the police at all. No friend of anyone's. Just a shame that people didn't cotton onto him. The fella who was in charge of The Apprentice just said the man's an imbecile and it's our fault for making him what he is now. He's a TV presenter who now thinks he's fucking something special. Not man. Shit businessman. Oh, you can't remember chatting on Jerry's channel? Is our Louise stalking you? How many did he pardon altogether? Fucking loads, wasn't it? Yeah, you weren't chatting, Steve, you were making a statement. You can't remember what. Was it a statement of fact? You don't used to call incest sticks. Was that because they were passed around the family from one to another? 1,600 people. Yeah. You can't be doing stuff like that. It doesn't matter how much of a rail against the system kind of guy you are. You can't be letting 1,600 people free just because they wear your hat. Some people deserve to be in jail. Some don't. Some lags lead a lot of loving, some lags don't. See the F-15 blow an engine? What? Is it okay? I know like when a 747 blows an engine, it just lands and gets fixed and have you, but an F-15 blowing an engine? Bloody hell. White jasmine. Ooh. Lemongrass, spring poppies, winter vanilla, gingerbread man, patchouli, very 70s, apple cinnamon. They all sound possibly like Dulux paint colours as well, don't they? What the fuck does spring poppies smell like? Lemongrass, does it smell of lemon or grass? I've never worked that one out. Winter vanilla. Come on. Yeah. White jasmine. Now, I like jasmine tea, which is the stuff that you get in Chinese restaurants. There's Chinese tea. That's just jasmine. Jasmine green tea. White jasmine. I need to get around to buying some of them as well. You can buy them from a place in Liverpool called Leaf. Not that kind of place. The pearls. And you put them in a teapot. And the pearls unfurl. Unfurl the pearl. Do you know what I mean? I think everyone should unfurl the pearl. And then they turn sort of flowery. Sort of flower. Oh man, I want some of them. I'm going to have to order some. Remind me that later. I can't pick them up. I can't go into Liverpool to pick up tea, can I? I used to all the time. The pilot did well. Air brake went up within seconds. Do you know what to do in them lads, don't they? Jeez. Incest sticks are from near you in Norfolk. That's when people do the family tree is a twig, isn't it? Which they do by getting on that website, Ancestry. Or what was it? My friend in Canada said the family tree is a wreath. I like that one. Just round in circles, man. Suchu. Oh. Not keen on jasmine. It makes you feel sick for some reason. I think it's one of those either tastes or scents that you either love or you hate. Jasmine rice is lovely. Jasmine tea is lovely. The only two people I know called Jasmine were lovely. One of which is up in the northeast. Come all the way to Liverpool just to utilise me, to use me and abuse me. I'm a subject, or I was a subject matter expert. I helped her out with training material she was making. So she was forever sending me emails and thanks and what have you. So whatever you want. Just, if you need something, I've got 5 minutes. I am all yours, let me know. And then she did constantly, which I thought was fantastic. So other people got the benefit of me being a genius. I was never a genius. I just knew what I was doing. That's all it was. Too pure for your black soul. There you go. Trust her to come out with it. Let's have a look. Where are we? Also removed all laws fighting for women and anything LGBT or green energy. Yeah, the minister telling him to show mercy to migrants was bad and held a terrible sermon and should be deported. Although the Las Vegas, is it the police, Nevada police, have said, we are not just rounding up immigrants and kicking them out. They'll be treated as normal. So I don't mind that. Not everyone has to follow federal law, do they? Or carry it out to the nth degree at least. It was a compression stall, right? Please don't ask. I'm asking. No idea other than it looks spectacular and you shouldn't fly when it happens. A compression stall. I understand compression problems in cars will cause car engines to either stall or to explode into 1,000 million pieces. So, got to be careful. If you lose compression, it's really bad shizzle. You can throw a piston through the block. Means nothing to anyone, that does it? Almost a black hole from which nothing escapes except it does. Did you know that? You like Jasmine, you're not keen on artificial rose scent. Artificial stuff is never normally good. This on the other hand is fantastic. I'm liking this. You know the feeling. Of course you know the feeling, Jackie, because you are a complete black hole, a pit of a black hole of a human being. How was Fat Club anyway? Did you weigh in well? Was it good? After all your illnesses, are you down to like that? Down to 3 stone, piss wet through. Ali, you like lavender? Very, very handy for sleep. Very handy for sleep. Yeah, it sounds like I had it in the wrong gear. He said to him, like, what gear were you in? Well, flying jacket, goggles. Get off your bard. Yes, the Elon, he's autistic, don't you know, Musk. What was he saying? Throwing his heart to the crowd. Don't you hate the media? When they're just pointing out what someone did become wrong. Don't just say, well, actually what he was doing was. No. Just tell people what he did. It's a Roman salute, which became another salute afterwards. And if you don't know what that is, go and have a look at Mussolini and have a look at certain players from Lazio Football Club who got banned by the Italian FA for doing such salutes because they are right-wing fascist and racist. Someone, I mean, fucking hell, man. Musk really needs a scouse mate. Someone who's going to grab him by the throat and say, behave yourself. Stop acting like an absolute tit. Although he's not really acting, is he? All the money in the world can't buy him a personality. In Zuckerberg, Bezos, or with the noses right up his fucking balloon knot. No need for it. All the space boys. All you need now is Richard Branson turning up there as well, a bearded piss flap. Fucking hate him as well. The world's burning. What should we do about it? I know, let's just start sending up rockets, trying to outdo each other. Virgin was fucking shit as well. Right, where are we? Sorry. As long as it's not too strong, we find it overbearing. Oh, Piggly Ding next. Who's next? It was horrible, wasn't it? The fact that he did it twice as well. Look at me, I'm an edgelord. He has also definitely been caught out cheating at his gaming. Bad this week. Ate like a pig. because you've been able to keep it down. All right, bollocks to it. You've been ill for 3 weeks. I'd take that as I've not been well. I can eat. I'm going to eat. Louise, I see your hand in the air, waving like you just don't care. Have you ever seen a runaway diesel engine? I have. I've seen a couple of them on the internet on YouTube. I also seen one that almost ran away that he managed to catch in time. I don't know how they managed to do it, but I was trying to find out how, just in case, because I have a diesel car. I do not want that running away, because that's your car gone, isn't it, pretty much, if that happens. It looks fucking evil. Diesel runaway looks genuinely end of the world evil. Too low to indicate a free kick, too high to ruffle a nephew's hair, and way too high to pet a dog. Exactly. There's a list of how far you can go. You know what I mean? Yeah, you weren't well. You needed to eat. You definitely needed to eat. So the whole thing about feed a cold, starve a fever is the same when you've not been eating for 3 bloody weeks. You can't keep it down. You need to build your strength back up. Do you like the cut of Jeff Amazon's girlfriend? Didn't even see her. Oh, hang on. What's this? Angie, how you doing?
It's going up, 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 it's there.
Miss you all so much. Oh, sorry you've been Mia. Are we talking missing in action, or is it Mia your stripper side name? Is that what it is? You've been sick since December. Just starting to feel better. Well, it's lovely to see you, and hopefully you're getting better, Angie. We've had enough of people being sick, haven't we? Far too much of it. You ate everything in sight and enjoyed every bite. Sounds like you in the car park, that, Jinxie. Ali Alio wanted tea. Are we having a bucket of tea? Because you can have a bucket of tea if you want one. Tea, it is tea. Tea. Love and light to you all. Love and light to you as well, Angie. Oh, everything's all right over there. Not too cold, not too covered in snow. It would be a good stripper name, wouldn't it? Mia. Mia's the gear. Very 60s scout stripper name by the sound of it. By the way, for all those who've got social media, I have deleted Facebook and Twitter because, evil. All this stuff about find your porn star name by using your first pet's name and your mother's maiden name. Stuff like that. You do know that is phishing for information, don't you? All you need then is, what was the #1 hit in the UK on the day you were born? And they've got your date of birth within a range. Mother's maiden name, first pet's name are two highly used security questions on banking and things. Don't give your information away. It's so easy to do. Don't do it, man. Don't do it. You want Jaffa cakes, Ali Alio? Of course you can have Jaffa cakes. You can have the box if you so wish. Or a grab bag. All bags are grab bags. I hate that phrase. Fucking grab bags. Hate people that do that. It's ridiculous. Facebook used to be full of it all the time. And then one day I went on there, having seen me arse, and went, "You do know what they're doing, don't you? What do you mean?" And I pointed it out. Oh, bloody hell, yeah. And then 10 minutes later, answering the same thing on a different bloody question. Half-wit. Here, it's your first pet name and your first street name. Casper, it's also, they're also used, but they are the same thing. What was the first street you grew up on? What was the name of your first school? Your first best friendly stuff? All these questions get asked on Facebook and Twitter. Find out what character you are from, Harry Potter by giving us the answers to all these questions. We'll just make one up at random, but then we've got all your information. What kind of Jedi are you? To find out, give us your bank details, sort code, account number, last 3 digits on the back of your bank, all that. Just, yeah, it's good. Apparently I'm Han Solo. Yeah, it means you're a wanker. Fucking idiots. Got to be so careful. You really got to be careful. Because there's so much out there. People are constantly trying to grab things off you. As much information as they can. And it doesn't help when you've got people like Zuckerberg and Facebook selling all your information through Cambridge Analytica and all that shite. Just be careful what you share. Be careful what you share. Don't share your hair. Louise, they'll be lucky getting your passwords. You can't remember them. I have a system for mine, which means every single one is completely different, but done to a same kind of format. So I should be able to guess mine, but they're never the same. It's a system. As Harry Hill says, you've got to have a system. Brian Harvey, Zenab Badawi, you've got to have a system. Louise, yours are always the same anyway, your passwords. They're either Sherpa123 or Hylas 38,000. I see you. Ali, you always seem to never comment on them. It's all deliberately done just to get information from you. It's stupid. Later says, whatever film was #1 on your 10th birthday is the type of year you're going to have this year. Brilliant. Whatever the film was, you go back 10 years, we can then work out when you were born, and we'll use that when we're trying to steal all your information. The tech bros at the inauguration was disgusting. That's all they're interested in. At what point is enough? Or are they all in a race to become the first trillionaire, which we're going to have 5 of them, aren't we, in the next few years? Bellends. Nobody needs to be a billionaire, let alone a trillionaire. A load of shite. You've got all yours written down as you can't remember them. Nice and secure, that. Just be careful. Where's my pudding? Jeff, don't start. My mate goes mental when he hears that. That's from Bread, by the way, the Scouse sitcom. Full of Manx playing the parts of people from Liverpool because they couldn't afford to buy actual Scousers, apart from Victor Maguire. Where's me pudding? Grandad, next door, proper Lancashire. Mate goes absolutely apeshit. Never gets violent, but whenever he mentions that, I'd stay away from him just in case. Why did Angie not get Sean saying going up? She did. I pressed the button. It appeared on screen. You're just not paying attention. Jaggers. Your uncle's got a book colour-coded with online codes. Good thinking. Jeff in Tesco's. It probably is, actually. We get most of our puddings from Tesco's. Loved Harry Hill in Upstart Crow. I never saw him in there. Mind you, I still haven't got round to watching much of that. I've been watching all kinds of other stuff. Most of what I watch is on YouTube these days. Did you know more people watch YouTube on their televisions than watch Netflix these days? 8.2% compared to 7.8% market share. That's fucking mad, man. Everyone's paying a bloody fortune for Netflix when instead we're watching YouTube. Got to watch YouTube. Louise, you need to be a billionaire. Why are you going to start giving some money away till you come down to a billionaire? Or are you looking at putting a conservatory on the mountain? Little bit of a K2 lean-to. Billions, man. There's no need for it. I'm with Del Boy from Only Fools and Horses. Just give me a halfpenny more than I can spend. That's all I need. Yeah, we are always here. You'd rather be called money bags instead of fun bags. And would you not still be fun bags but with money? People in your council area owe almost 12 million in rates. Of course, you don't owe them one single penny. Of course you don't. I heard about what's happening with Auto Alex and Taylor. I did. And Josh Gresswell. That's all a bit... well, I read something a couple of days ago, so things might have changed since then, but all sounds a little bit dodgy. The whole Auto Alex channel has been going ridiculous for about the last 6 to 12 months. He's turned 40. Taylor's 30. I think Rory's 30 odd, isn't he? And they're just acting like children. Fucking grow up. Got a really good umbrella company full of channels. Money must be rolling in, and they're acting like absolute bellends. Taylor's been set aside, hasn't he? Considering Taylor's the only one worth watching out of the whole thing there. Ah well. Pay your bills. If you agree something, pay your bills. And if the other person doesn't know what they're supposed to be doing, sort it out between the two of you. Don't be lashing it all over YouTube and Facebook and Instagram. Stupid boys. Jackie, you'd rather be called money bags instead of fun bags. That's only because you've gotten out. That's why. Jackie looks like 2 paracetamols on an ironing board. You want to build a mountaintop spa for us all? I don't want that James Bond film. Right, in that case, you need to win every single Euro Millions rollover. Make this happen. Make it happen. That'd be fantastic. Imagine that one. Live streaming from the top of Mount Pendle at 38,000 feet up in the hot spa. Be boss. Being able to throw things at planes flying over because they're that far down. Fly us over in a private plane. Of course. Fill a hot tub with essential oils and heat it up. That would work. I like that. Taylor Swift. If you want a soup making quick, you know where to go. Is it still not a bit cold? At 38,000 feet, slightly. It's about minus 50. With hurricane winds. Winds that can blow you off the top of Mount Everest. Because it's in the jet stream. The top of Mount Everest, it changes all the time because of the barometric pressure. But when the barometric pressure is fairly low, I think it is, the jet stream drops below the top of Mount Everest. So you're getting hyper hurricane winds up there, which is very dangerous. You can get blown off the mountain, which sounds kinky, but there you go. Taylor was the entertaining one, but it's the end for him. I reckon he'll come back from this, Steve. I reckon he'll start his own channel. Everybody that liked Auto Alex will go and watch Taylor instead. The Auto Alex channel itself will die a death. Top dead centre are doing what they're doing it great. All the gear are fantastic. Alex is just acting like an absolute bell. All that lad stuff on the podcast. Can grow up, man. He's got a new kid and he keeps going on about these cars, his daily drivers being 3 million and 6 brake horsepower, and I was doing 90 down. Brilliant. You've got a kid. If having a kid doesn't make you grow up, I don't know what will. I know you're not watching, Alex, but if you are, fucking grow up. 40 years of age. Jackie likes Chopper. We've heard that about you. It was written on the back of the toilet door in the local club in your handwriting with a Sharpie. What Taylor are we talking about? Taylor Hetherington. Funnily enough, I was watching Shifting Metal, their weekly on Saturday, where they were supposed to go and pick a car up from Auto Alex, and they were supposed to meet Taylor, and that hasn't happened, and now I understand why. Taylor Hetherington is a car YouTuber off YouTube, of course, off YouTube. Reminds you when your friend and you were singing at an event once, your stage name was Bubbles and he was Sexual Chocolate. He sounded like Barry White. Oh, apparently I do. There's an app called Simply Sing, and then you have to do your lowest note and then do your highest note, and it tells you what vocal range you're in. I'm a bass, and I am in the same vocal range as Barry White. Bullshit. I was in a duo myself as well. I was Jimmy Norfolk and my mate was Stevie Good, and together we're no fucking good. There you go. Bubbles. Bubbles buyers. Any update on Daniel's channel? He's got it back. He has got it back. I've not seen if there's any reasoning behind it, but he has got it back now. Don't know if it was a glitch. I've seen there's been a few glitches around. And I don't know. Or as someone, he thought maybe someone grassed him up. I hope not. I hope it wasn't one of the people I've been following for ages, because it's just shitty, innit? No end of other people making videos. Right. He's got a history of screwing people over. Not good. Not good. I still reckon he's got the personality to get through it. As long as he shows a bit of contrition and tries to make amends, he'll be a lot better than about 99% of the other people out there on YouTube, unfortunately. It just shows you, if you're going to have a channel like that, or an online presence where you can make good money, don't treat people like shit. Look after them. If you're in the public eye, whether it's TV, film, sports, or YouTube, whatever, don't be a bellend. They can get taken away from you like that. Sorry, yeah, very poor. Very poor indeed.
Very poor indeed.
Very poor indeed. You want to hear my voice? And you don't. It's a pity that I didn't have all the stuff I've got now before I have all the stuff I've got now. If my guitar hand was still working and my voice was still working, I've got all the gear I need to record stuff. I'd be able to make my own tunes, man. Proper tunes, man. It'd be great. But I can't. I need to try harder. I need to practice more. My daughter's definitely going to start doing some music as well. And if not, I will bully her into it, because that's what dads do. It's what dads do. Grassed on him for what? I don't know. Possibly a lot of the stuff that Dan's had problems with has been copyright. Anyone that does any kind of reaction stuff, there's always a chance. I mean, Rick Beato, I think is one of the best YouTubers out there, does loads of music stuff, and he'll do a breakdown of how someone writes a song, the technicalities behind it. It's amazing seeing it broken down to such a degree. And he just said, try to do Eagle stuff in the past and you can't get it through at all. No matter how much transformative content goes into it, the Eagles just will not allow you to do it. And if someone wants to stop you using their material, they'll do it. And it must be horrible putting in that much effort and then someone just going, nah, you're all right. I thought we were all right, covered by, no, I don't want you to. So that's it. So maybe that's what he was thinking. Maybe someone grassed him up for using reaction videos, but it might have been glitchy by the look of it. So the video is seemingly private. You have to unprivate them to get the channel. All right. So if every channel that you have is privated, does the channel disappear? If you've got a channel, just make one shitty little video, a minute long or something. Hi, this is my channel, and then wave for 30 seconds. Leave it up as normal, and your channel won't disappear. Is that what happens? That was a public service agreement, man. His channel was given back, but he made all his videos private, so he had to go back and change them. Oh, bastards. No, Daniel's not left YouTube. He's taken a step back, regathering what he's doing at the moment, and then decide where to go from there. I told him on one of his lives, the reaction thing, you're always pushing against YouTube or Rumble or whoever else you're with at the moment. You're always pushing against them, trying to get that material through. the reactions got eyes on him and Spencer and has given them a huge audience who are quite loyal and has followed them to the other channels. That was the door opener. The door is now ajar. Just go and kick it open and do your own original material. People will tune in to see either Daniel or Spencer doing what they're doing, not necessarily watching a video or listening to music. I reckon that's the best way to do it. You're not going to get anyone then trying to do you for copyright because it's all your own stuff. It's not something I've had to worry about so far because I don't do anything other than sitting in front of a camera chatting like an absolute knobhead. So, chatting like an absolute knobhead. Being an absolute knobhead. A Diet Coke pinch poke. Funny you should mention that. A rhyme with Coke in it. I've just done a rhyme. I've done a poem, which I need to record. I was sat in the temporary traffic lights in the car and it came to me. So I started pressing record, but I need to record it properly. I'm a great dad. Jess is fantastic with stuff like that. I bought her a really shitty little cheap acoustic guitar years ago in the hope that she'd play it, and she did. So then I bought her a more expensive electric and an amp and a guitar pedal and another acoustic, and she's really into it. But there's a difference between just playing and then writing stuff, and I hope she moves on to that next step. When you've made your first song, you've written it yourself, that feeling is absolutely incredible. And then when years later, when you've written hundreds and hundreds, finishing a song and being happy with it, the feeling never goes away. It's amazing. Just a pain in the arse that I can't play at the moment properly. That'd be lovely. Just be able to sit and jam with her, show her how to write music, because I am a genius when it comes to writing music. Don't want to blow my own trumpet because I fucking can't. I've only got one hand. No, I know how to do it. I can show her the right steps to take. I'd love to be able to do that. At some point I will be able to, but it might take a while yet. Just doing the interview chats on YouTube. He is at the moment, isn't he? And they have files and the podcast with ETS. From what he said in one of his lives, I just want to take a step back, get a bit of energy back, decide what he wants to do from there. That's the thing. He's a name now, Dan. He's got his channels. He's got people who know him. He can come back and do what he wants, I reckon. I watch Rick as well. How many guitars does that man own? Not enough, Louise, not enough. There's no such thing as too many guitars. Yeah. Very talented man. And a superb breaker-downer of music. Same as Doug Helvering as well. I like watching him when he's a classical composer. When he breaks down music, it's amazing. And your art and music channels have gone dark for a while. You're coming back soon. Good to hear it. Art is such a fantastic thing to do, no matter what the art is, whether it's painting, writing, poetry, haikuing. Is haikuing a word? Just being able to create something, I think, superb, good for the soul. Get them back. Yeah, get yourself right first, though. You need your energy. Yeah, I'm not trying to make a living from YouTube. There is a living to be made, easy money to be made on YouTube, but it takes effort. It sounds stupid, that doesn't, like an oxymoron. There's easy money to be made, but it's getting your niche, finding your audience, and then pumping out the content that they want to see. If you can do that and it's your own content, there's good money to be made. I personally wouldn't, even if I started making decent money on YouTube, I'd continue to work because I've got a good pension with the civil service. And where am I now? Why am I looking at the date? Fuck's sake, as if that makes any difference. I am just over 4 years away from being able to take partial retirement. I wouldn't mind doing that if I could do this as well and make up a little bit more money. Yeah, but real jobs until the money is too much to turn down. But there is definitely cash out there. So it's not the end. It's just a reset, I think. Hopefully comes back a bit more refreshed and smashes it out the park, as they say in Japan. Yeah, you cannot chance another rebound of a mystery virus. Definitely get yourself 100%. Health is wealth. Well said, Jackie Lewis. Health is wealth. It is. It's the most important thing you have. Everything else is just a bonus from that. You only need one hand to play a trumpet. But then I'd need me phone so I could see the notes. I couldn't play trumpet if I tried. I would need to. Like poetry and song lyrics are incredible. Oh, thank you, Angie. I do like writing them. I do. There's a sense of achievement, which must be the same. If you walk away from a canvas thinking that's it, doesn't get any better than that. Fantastic. We have missed you as well, Angie. Definitely. Daily Doug, superb, isn't he, Louise? Especially, I like it when it's music that I know really well. So we went through lots of Yes, and I've been listening to Yes since I was 15. I know the music intimately, inside out. I can play a lot of it myself, having been obsessed with Steve Howe from that age of 15. Seeing him break it down now is fantastic. And then being almost in tears at the beauty of it. Marvellous. Yes, we are here anytime you feel like it. Angers, you know where to find us. We're always here. And if not, just give us a shout and we'll start a Ninja Live. We don't mind doing that. Dynamics greatly changed when Daniel and Spencer went their own separate ways. Yeah, so it must be hard, especially when you've started off with the two of them and everyone knows the two of them. You will grab a lot of people who will follow you over to both channels, but a lot of them also won't. I want to see them too. And he has to be on the left and he has to be on the right. So you never know, do you? Yep, wasn't the same since he left Galactic headquarters. Daniel taking a step back will be good for him. I think it will. And he's took on a hell of a lot as well when he started expanding the amount of channels and the amount of stuff that he was doing. It's great. The money's coming in. It's fantastic. But your health, after a while, mental health and your physical health must start grating on you having to do that. To the point where, what they say, when your hobby becomes your job, it stops being fun. It's a similar kind of thing with YouTube. So many people have said it was really interesting. Great making videos and having that artistic a way of getting your artistic vision back out to everybody is fantastic. And then one day you wake up and think, oh shit, I've got to go and do this, I've got to go and do that. And it then just becomes too much of a job. When you don't enjoy doing it anymore, it must take away from you. And especially if you don't enjoy doing it because you're up against brick walls constantly, it must be a pain in the arse. So just get away, get your energy back, come back and smash it again. Absolutely. What type of trumpet do you play, Donald? What type of trumpet do you play one-handed, Donald? Hang on. Definitely worth a Frankie. Definitely worth a Franca. Yeah, he needs to get into a rhythm with the new job he does. And if you can guarantee money coming in all the time without, I don't want to say without any effort, because working's working, isn't it? You have to put effort in. But if you know you turn up and just do your job and at the end of it you'll get paid, not I've put a load of effort in, will this video do well or not? If it doesn't, I'm going to struggle to pay this bill or that bill. Or if it does really well, I can put myself 2 or 3 months ahead. When you're having to do stuff like that, it must be horrific. Just get in there, get the wage coming in, energy back, start writing some stuff down as well. I'm going to start making videos like this, or I want to go here and video that. Gives you a bit more space, I think. Hopefully he comes back stronger and yeah, he'll smash it out the park. You know what our Daniel's like. He's got the personality to carry it, definitely. Jackie wasn't feeling good over the holidays. Much better now, though. You can tell she's much better now. She's back to being cheeky. Instead of sitting there feeling sorry for herself, she's got on the offensive. That bloody Jackie Lewis over there. Didn't even have the energy to go live or watch streams or type in a chat. That's when you know. If you're not on live 19 hours a day, Angie, we know there's something wrong with you. We know that. Has Adam started a gardening channel yet? I've not seen it yet. He's knocked a couple of coffee videos out recently, hasn't he, which have been really good. That South America one was, what did I say it was? Comprehensive. Comprehensive doesn't even cover it. Jeez. Fantastic stuff. Tom. Can you hear us, Mr. Tom? Oh, Piggly Ding. Next. Who's next behind bar? Louise, that was a fantastic shift. Thank you very much. City 2-0 down versus Leeds. Dirty Leeds. Hugs to Angie and Jackie. Yep, from everyone. Jackie's doing really good now. You are pleased to say. It's funny that as soon as you started doing well, I've ended up with a pain in the arse. What are the chances, eh? What are the chances? Get behind that bar, Lewis. Did Frankie speak? He didn't. He just comes up and goes, ooh. I could make him go, ooh, couldn't I? I'm watching him at the moment. Not at the moment, obviously. All my energies and my love and respect are with you lot. The Howard Confessions are on That's TV of a morning after Selwyn Froggatt. The Howard Confessions, Air Crash Investigation. I fall asleep right at the start. He hasn't said anything yet, but I could record him going, ooh, no, missus, and put that over. I'll do that. We will do that. Who's got a new job? Daniel's got a new job. Just for the time being. But I think it'll be good for him, to be honest. Just to get himself back into things and take a bit of pressure off. Come back a little bit more energised and ready to go to the next step. When you've got a good following as well on YouTube, it's worth sticking with, but everyone needs a little reset now and then. You haven't watched any of Adam's videos recently? They've been really good. I like Adam's videos. They're of a good quality. I reckon really, really good. And they've got a style all of their own, which I think really works well. That's something I'm still grasping for with mine. So they look similar. I started using that little sort of greeny thing I use as a place card holder kind of thing. That's about it, really. That's about it, innit? 3 weeks to make up for, of course. We'll expect nothing less of you. I find it hard to get excited about. It's not everyone's taste, obviously, but I think they're really good quality videos, and I have learned loads. My ability to make coffee has got better through watching them, definitely. And when you try and explain to someone about the bloom, what are you doing? I'm trying to get the bloom going. What the? Just put the fucking water in. No. Bloom first, more water afterwards. The right to remain silent. Oh, you've got to keep it YouTube friendly. Louise was distracted. More Sherpas at the door, were they? Asking if he had any Kendall mint cake. 3 weeks was sending your mental health through the floor. It does, doesn't it? Just not being able to do what you normally do. That's the thing, isn't it? Not being able to do what you normally do. If it's just taken away from you, even for a few weeks, that's all it takes. 3 weeks, man. Of not being a pain in the arse must have been horrific for you. What jobs Daniel got? He did say, didn't he? Yeah, it's I can't remember what it was called, but Dan's not building a deck. No. Yeah, it's a night shift at a shop, loading stock and stuff like that, isn't it? Yeah. So it seems like the kind of place where you'd go to buy all the stuff to make a deck. He's going to be in the back filling up in trucks and things. And it's going to be just a get into work, do your job, get home, get paid. Don't have to worry about it. There's no algorithms to fucking worry about it. They were doing a job. I was a bit worried about him at times, the amount of stuff that he was taking on. So I just hope it comes back a bit more, I don't know, I say a bit more re-energised. He's a good lad, is our Daniel. Definitely looked after me when I first started doing this. He's a good lad, as Harry Redknapp would say. Good lad. Did it work out to do it with Spence? He did. That's the kind of, I mean, you know, that was the kind of stuff that makes channels, isn't it? Everyone knows them as doing the deck. Hadn't the strength to be cheeky. What? Must be like losing a limb for you, that, Jackie. Not being able to be cheeky. Look after Alexander during the day. Spend a bit of time with him. Yeah. Too many channels. Yeah. I think you've got to be careful with, I mean, he even said it himself after a while. He had something like 9, 10, 11, 12 channels to be dealing with. I've got one that I use, and that's a pain in the arse. Just sitting in my car making talking head videos for one channel. I don't know how he's done it. Alexander's in school till 3. So hopefully he's doing the nights as well, especially have a bit of time and time with the family, get his work done and just, yeah, re-energise. That's what it's going to be, re-energise. Streamline, pare down, re-energise. Smash 2025 to bits. Yeah, being able to take them to school and collect them. Do you know what, to be honest with you, that is worth a hell of a lot. Even just now, taking Jess to work of a morning and picking her up of an afternoon and taking her home, it is literally, we're in the car for about 5, maybe 10 minutes of a morning and for about 5 minutes in the afternoon. That's enough for me to have time with my daughter, to keep a connection going that maybe if she was driving herself, I don't think we're ever going to lose a connection, but you lose out on that day to day. Like you say, the taking the piss. I love doing that. Ripping her to bits. When she's annoyed in the morning because she's too tired, I can't be arsed with work and I hate everything, and I make her laugh against her will. That's brilliant. I love that. Being cheeky. Pissing her off. I'm going to make you laugh in a minute. No, you won't. I'm pissed off. I'll make you laugh. 2 minutes later, I'm not laughing. Yeah, I made you laugh. It's good. You need to have that little bit of time with your kids, I think, no matter what age they are. She's 19 in April. Fucking hell, man. How's that happened? Most men like to be working, caring for the family. Yeah. It's spending time with them as well, though. Bringing money in is good and being able to provide that way, but spending time with them. You don't get paid for it, but it's absolutely priceless. That's why you lost interest in it all, but you'd watch Daniel again. We have a history. Do you know what, mate? We all do. The OGs that started off have got proper history, and it's a long history now as well. I think, and everyone genuinely wants the best for him, so you don't want to see anyone get ill by spreading themselves too thin or having to worry about his money coming in or not. Just for the time being, work at the coalface, pick your cash up, energy back, get the love for it back as well. Because it is, anyone that's got a channel, whether you use it or not, it's there. It's an opportunity. If you want to go and do something, you can. If you've got a bird table in the back garden, you can record it and stick it on. If you write something, if you write poetry, and just do what I did. I mean, fucking hell, Kippers started off on this channel. Just, I'd film him while I was talking because I was too scared to appear on camera. Anyone can do that. Recite your own poetry. If you've written something, make a little video just by using clips that you can get off things like Pexels or the other free channels that you can download things from. It's good to get things off your chest at times. If you want to have a rant. Get yourself a bear and have a rant. There you go. Everyone should have a channel and actually create stuff. Once you start doing it, it gets addictive. And I'm sure with Daniel as well, it will be. Because it is genuinely addictive. That thing of finishing your description, finishing all the drop-down menus and pressing publish. Just there's boss. Yeah, it's a bit difficult keeping up with the amount of channels and then trying to remember which one was which one's the live brew and bantery one, which one's the guns and wary side stuff, which is this, which is that. I know it is hard to keep up with, and it is, especially if you've got 4 or 5 people that you follow that do the same kind of thing, loads of multi-channels. It just blows your fucking mind, man. Night will give him the opportunity for both. Ginger's crossed it, Will. Hopefully. Me scared of the camera? Never, I am. I'm shy, me, Steve. Before my head exploded, I wouldn't let people take pictures of me. Not that people were taking pictures of me, you know what I mean. Christmases and things. Say cheese, fuck off. No, I didn't like it. Didn't like it. I'd quite happily pick a guitar up and sing in a pub full of people, but wouldn't let people take a picture of me. I wouldn't do a video, I wouldn't put it up on here. Whereas now, I genuinely do not give a shite. Because it's like that, and that's the way it is. You want a Fanta and a Poor Ringles Teddy salted. There you go. Teduardo Saltido. Lovely stuff. Grab yourself a tube. But it's amazing how much of an outlet it is. I mean, Steve, the amount of videos that you and Helen have sent me over the last so many months of stuff that you're doing that you don't necessarily have to appear on screen for. That's a channel in itself. It's amazing. Just showing people the delights of Chroma, of Norfolk, or of you doing your building and things. Stuff that people are genuinely interested in. And having that outlet to be able to just show people. I did a really good job today. Like telling your mate in the pub, having a beer. Had a good day at work today. Oh, fantastic. I managed to sort this and this out. Looks superb. Now you're just putting it on YouTube and other people are watching. It does actually look superb, bro. I love all that. I just need to do more of it. Showing you more of Southport. Showing you more of where I live. I like it anyway. That's why I watch loads of channels similar to mine. There's no channel similar to mine. How would you describe your channel? Explodey-brained, melty-faced fuckwit rants at camera for 10 minutes. Sign me up. Tom, where is he? Where's our Tom? Oh, shit, yeah, just reminded me of something there. Just reminded me of something. Where have I saved it? I might have to press buttons soon if he appears. Maybe. You only show us because we show interest in it. Yeah, if we show interest, other people will. That's the beauty of YouTube. There's something out there for everyone. Whatever you think of, you can find on YouTube. And once you find one bit of it, like with the cars, I got into Auto Alex through watching him on Car Throttle. And then through watching that, I was getting suggested things like Matter High Peak Autos from that, Joe at Shifting Metal, and then Sam at SPR Autos, the Mercedes specialist. And it expands, and every time you watch one of them, another one comes up. There'll be loads of people who are interested in the stuff that we like seeing. A job that's done really well. Anybody who's got any kind of interest in seeing things done well, whether it's building work, whether it's someone playing piano, whether it's someone ranting about the unfair road closures around Goodison Park against Aston fucking Villa. People just want to watch, don't they? But it's there as an option if you ever wanted to, and for a business especially, if you wanted to show people the kind of work that you're doing, you can then utilise that as this is what I do, this is my job, these are the kind of things we've been doing this week, this is the job that I did doing the flint work, this is what it looked like to begin with, this is how we did it, this is what it ended up looking like. That's the best advert you can have, definitely. Yeah, there you go. The flint work is very, very specialised, skilled stuff. And rather than just saying to someone, I can do flint work, just have a look on my YouTube channel. There'll be loads of examples on there. People will go through it and think, yeah, that's nice, that. And while they're doing that, you can also then get paid for people watching your videos if you get monetised. Double bubble, man. It's double bubble. All about the Dwayne Eddies. Yeah, Ali's added treats. Poor Ingles. I have. I've given Ali her treats. Hang on. Very naughty. You're going to have to make dinner. No worries, you'll still be watching. Lovely stuff. Having anything nice? I'm starting to feel a bit hank myself now, to be honest. I haven't had a proper meal today. Because I haven't been feeling great, obviously, but wasn't overly hungry. I am now. Louise, you like watching people with skills, not too many left. Exactly it, isn't it? Especially if they're old school skills. The kind of things that are not 10 a penny. Because there's a hell of a lot of stuff that, I mean, fixing cars, I will sit and watch all day long, but that's a fairly saturated market. On the other hand, yeah, flint work or watch a blacksmith or a forge. There's a brilliant thing, I think it might have been an Amazon film about a sword maker, a proper Japanese sword maker, just going through how he made it, but very, very little talking, just showing you. Atmospheric, great camera work, subtle music under it. I thought I could sit here and watch this for the rest of my life because someone's an absolute master at what they're doing. A lot of work on a YouTube channel, there is, but if you're already doing the majority of the work, the actual physical work, all you need to do is get a tripod or someone to stand there with a camera and film you what you're doing. Cut little bits of it out, stick it together on CapCut on your phone. Bish, bash, bosh. Next thing you know, old Jed's a millionaire. You couldn't be on camera on YouTube. You don't need to be Ali Son Benet. You don't need to be. Not everyone's on camera. But you could. Once you do it, you can get over the worry about it. It becomes second nature. It really does. Yep. Everything's very generic. Which is why if you push against the generic grain, that's why you've got those owl fellas just sat round. It was the Dry Creek Rambler, is he? The fellow who just sits there smoking a cigar, giving you the benefits of him being 900 years old. And don't do this and don't do that because this happens. People just sit there watching him because he's boss. It's not generic anymore. If you were younger, then yes, you probably would, but it's bad enough going to work, let alone filming it as well. Just bully someone into doing it, Steve. That's what I've warned my daughter during the summer. I'm going to bully her into being me cameraman. As if, Dad. I'm telling you, I'm bullying you. Which means at the end of it, she will have her own channel and she will take half the stuff I have here, lying around doing nothing, and she'll have her own channel. That's why I haven't thrown away cameras and microphones and things or sold them, because I know at some point she will want them, including the other lights up on top of wardrobe. Loads of stuff. Baked chicken and mashed potatoes. That's a proper get well soon kind of meal, that, isn't it? That'll sort you out. Yeah, the repair shop's so popular. Programs like the repair shop, Car SOS, things where they're not just fixing things, but there's also a story behind it. I mean, the repair shop, how many times have you watched that and thought, not only are those people absolutely amazing at what they do, but I'm almost in tears here because of what the story behind it. It's amazing. But that's exactly why it's so popular. And there's also BBC4 used to do the wellness kind of thing. The fella that was sitting in a workshop just making wooden furniture, not talking about it, just sat there doing it, working away at it. Or the people walking the reindeer through Lapland. Or the train, the GAN going from Adelaide to Brisbane or wherever it was. All that kind of stuff. People just want to sit and let the brain switch off slightly, see what's going on. Someone who knows what they're doing, or a slightly more immersive experience rather than Mr. Beast having explosions every 3 seconds. I fucking hate Mr. Beast. I still haven't watched a single one of his videos either. Prick. Leather working is interesting, like saddle making. I'm glad you said that. Not like wandering around with assless chaps and things. Saddle making's amazing. That's Susie off the repair shop. What a talented woman she is for doing stuff like that. Her brother Steve's amazing, man. Is there nothing that man can fix? Can't fix even. Rouse chicken, which always sounds better in a Brummie accent, obviously. A racist Brummie accent as well at that. Rouse chicken. Going to make lasagna later for the rest of the week. Oh, love. I haven't had the lasagna in ages. Why'd you mention that? I need a lasagna now. Watching the building of a saddle from scratch would be amazing, wouldn't it? They're putting it together. They're cutting it into the shapes. How do you know what shapes to cut into? How do you know what to stick together? How do you know what to stud together, what have you? And then doing the artwork on it as well. Fucking mad, man. They are so talented. Lasagna, one of your favourites. I haven't had one in ages. I love lasagna. Someone on Facebook making tea, the English breakfast tea. The carton of milk was massive. Not too much milk, and not cow milk either. Don't need any of that. Almond milk for me. Some of the things in the repair shop that are being repaired are absolutely insane. Just how talented they are. Things that look like they should be in the bin forevermore. An hour later, look brand new. Kirsten, the ceramics woman, absolutely insane. I think that's fucked. That's dust. That's all that is. You're never going to put that back together. What? How have you done that? Witchcraft. Witchcraft, that tells you. Don't watch Mr. Beast. I wouldn't bother. Unless you're a 13-year-old boy, don't bother. It's why a lot of channels have changed completely. Very little editing now. They'll leave mistakes in. They'll let ums and ahs and things like that in. Because it's more natural when you're talking to someone and they're talking to you live like I am now. There's ums, there's ahs. Cutting everything out so every couple of seconds there's staccato. Sounds fucking stupid. Just doesn't even sound real. Just chill, relax. You like watching the paintings being cleaned. Who's the what's her name? I can't remember now. Dark-haired woman who cleans a lot of the paintings. Similar kind of thing where I'm thinking, nah, I could not do that. She gets a little cotton bud on a picture that's about the size of a house, just doing little tiny bits at once. This is going to take you 6 months to fix. Yeah, but by the time I finish it, it's going to look brand new. Absolutely amazing. Lucia, that's it, isn't it, Lucia? What? Witchcraft, burn the woman. Witchcraft. That's not what she does, is not human. It's insane. But yeah, when they clean those paintings, you think, this is gonna look good, and then, as I say, an hour later, I'd never even seen those colours in this painting to begin with. It's amazing. In the States, they buy milk by the gallon. Proper. You watch the guy making a cricket ball so you can work out how to knit it. A knitted one should look. I've watched making a cricket ball before, and a bat. I love stuff like that. Because it's things that we know. Whether you're a cricket fan or not, you pretty much know what a cricket ball looks like. But how is it made? Obviously, there's a TV show called How Is It Made? Specifically because people are interested in that kind of stuff. Watched them fix a pair of women's clogs from the early 1900s. They are just incredible. and then being able to turn the hand to almost anything. You don't even know what he does, Mr. Beast. He makes a hell of a lot of money and then spends it on editors and people to make more money. It's for people who've got 14, 13-year-old boys who've got ADHD, who need bells and whistles and explosions every couple of seconds. It's stupid, man. Wrong emoji. I don't even notice the wrong emoji. You would have got away with that if I had him in for those meddling kids. Your fridge couldn't fit the milk. It's mad, isn't it? You watched the dog pull a knitted ball apart. It took seconds. Oh, sorry, Auntie man. You should have videoed it. You should have done. But that shows you. As good the quality it is, you're not going to beat a dog's teeth, I'm afraid. Which is why postmen are worried. Never looked him up, but you've seen adverts for him. He's omnipresent. He's got like 136 million subscribers. So you can imagine getting millions of views on every video. He's making so much money. It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. This works, therefore we will do more and more of it. Why? Even I was watching an interview with Gorks, a Mexican YouTuber who does the best videos I've seen. Absolutely superb. But he was saying the same kind of thing. What he did before lockdown is not what he does now. Because he looked at them and said, I'm getting sick of this. The lads who were interviewing him said, well, do you do what you want or what the audience would like? No, I'll do what I want. If I like it, hopefully there'll be an audience out there who will like it as well. And then keep on evolving. That's what you need to do. Just repeating the same thing over and over again dilutes. It's going to be hard to dilute YouTube, obviously. It's such a huge behemoth, but unless you're careful, you're going to end up with the state of the music charts where everything sounds like Ed fucking Sheeran or Taylor Swift. Not everyone likes that kind of music. There has to be something different. And the same with YouTube videos. This is why I get pissed off with the gurus, YouTube gurus. Your thumbnail should look like this. You shouldn't have an intro. You shouldn't do this. There should be a hook within the first 7 seconds. And yet you watch The Life of Reza, where one of her videos, for the first 40 seconds, it's just music. There's no hook, there's nothing, it's just her wandering around. But it's done so beautifully. Maybe that's the hook. Doesn't have to be bang, bang, bang. Here's 6 million people trying to win 20 quid. Whistles, explosions. I hate it. I hate it. You can't type you're blaming Jeff. It's always Jeff's fault. Do we not realise this? You can't be on YouTube without hearing about him because he's constantly used as the poster boy. He has been in trouble lately, Louise. He has given away... his giveaways are all rip-offs, and there's a lot more than that as well. There's a lot of improper behaviour within the team and with people. Fucking awful, man. He did Squid Game, a YouTube version of it, live. It's not a TV show filmed as though it was a game show. It's an actual game show. We are making Squid Game. He's also on Amazon Prime now with something called Beast Games, similar kind of thing, which came from that particular video. So but it's annoying. Not everything has to be like that. Like you say, would you want to watch Mr. Beast pandering to 13-year-old boys, or do you want to watch some old dude making a cricket ball, or just chatting about life experiences? I much prefer that slower paced, chilled kind of thing. Jeff's moonlighting, he popped up on an Instagram reel. Mandy sent me that. Has to be said, whoever used it has definitely used the same AI generator to generate Jeff's. It was proper full on Jeff's. But you never got the benefit of cheekbones, Jeff. Only the lovely ladies on here get the benefit of cheekbones, Jeff. Think yourselves lucky. Jeff gets everywhere, man. And considering he started off just as some concept in the background who was interfering with my easy tiger, with my tech, he's took on a life of his own, hasn't he? Yep, there's another good channel I've been watching. I think I mentioned him in the last stream. Joshua Morrison. Johnny Moz's Lessons in Confidence, I think the name of the film is that he's making. He's just some gangly 70s looking dude from the UK who talks about stuff. It's just fucking mad. This shouldn't be interesting, but he is. He's a really engaging fella. And he looks like my dad in the 70s. What, Piggly Ding next? How fucking quick did that go by? Piggly Ding next. Who's next? You need a Jeff 2026 calendar. Watch this space. We will see if we can make that happen, Louise. Lots of cheekbones, Jeff. It could happen. I'll try and find out when the cut-off point is. See if we can make some. If not, I've got a printer. I've got time on my hands. I've got AI. Watch this space. Could be homemade. Individual homemade, signed by Jeff. Imagine that, signed by Jeff, you know. The level of shit he can't last that long. Definitely not. Ever seen the AI song and video from Family Guy? I haven't seen that. AI is mad. You can do some really good stuff with it, but it's also some very weird shit. Jeff started off trapped in Bot's basement. He did. Jeff also started off becoming Jeff because lots of my little cartoons that I draw had people called Bob and Jeff in it because they were the most inoffensive names. Every office has got someone called Jeff and someone called Bob who just, the sound. No one hates them. So that's the kind of person, a Jeff, who could turn out to be the Antichrist. Also, we had a fella in our work called Jeff. Jeff Earl. E-A-R-L. Jeff Earl. And I was desperate to try and get him the OBE. Just that all his mail read Jeff Earlobe. But we couldn't make it happen. I was absolutely gutted. Imagine that, every day. Jeff Earlobe. Fucking hate them lot. So if you know someone whose surname is Earl, try and get them an OBE, please. Needs to be done. Know what I mean, bro? Louise likes the naughty boys. She does. Naughty Louise. Naughty, naughty Louise. Seeing that, the rest of the lovely ladies aren't shrinking violets, are they, when it comes to that kind of thing? Cheekbones Jeff seems to be very, very popular amongst the lovely ladies. But as the IT crowd would say, imagine, I remember now, what was his name? There was Moss and I can't remember now. Women, oh, love a bastard, the Irish fella. I know. Moss and Roy it was, wasn't it? Roy in the IT crowd, when he was trying to be a bastard because all women love a bastard, and he went too far. Then the clown got beaten up. Spoilers. Oi, Steve. You know that's a proper oi rather than an oi oi. Louise, tell me now, are your arms folded? Have you just stamped your foot? Oi! Do all women do that? Arms folded, stamp on the floor. Oi! Or just all the ones I know. Yes. Is Steve wrong? Is he wrong? Yes, it is. I should know all this, shouldn't I? He plays Roy. Chris. Why can't I remember this? It's pissing me off now. I used to be able to remember all this stuff off the top of my head. Chris O'Dowd. That's it, of course. That's a fantastic show, that. So funny. Anything with Matt Berry. O'Dowd. Or are you saying O'Donnell to Donald? Where's me pudding? All right, Jeff, calm down, lad. Oh, does. Oh, shit. Oh, dear. Oh, yes. Very funny actor as well, him. I've seen him in some other stuff as well away from that. It's not the floor you'd be stamping your foot on. Ooh. Them's fighting words where I come from. Angry Mandy. Well, it'd have to be the foot or the knee because you're not tall enough, are you, to stamp on anything else, being 4'6". Mandy's not 4'6", by the way. What are you, 5'6", 5'7"-ish or something like that? I don't know. Something like that, anyway. Bloody Jeff changing your way. It is Jeff. It's Jeff. Yeah, exactly. See, Jeff. Just when you think, I did it earlier on. I sent a message to someone and I checked it 5 times. And then when I sent it, it changed one of the words to something incomprehensible. You absolute prick, Jeff. 5'5", there you go. That's not a bad height, is it? I mean, obviously, I can't remember when I was that small. I might have been in single figures. I don't know. Jackie's 5'3". K&L, yeah. Not naughty, just with nice cheekbones and preferably a 6-pack. If you know what you like, you know what you like. Unfortunately, I've got a 1-pack at the moment. Or a Watney's Party 7. I wish I could lose a bit of weight. I used to be really fit. I'm not now. When I say fit, I mean physically able to run and things like that. I don't mean, oh my God, look at him, he's fucking fit. I've never been like that. I've always looked like a leopard's scrotum. Nice shoulders. Oh, you can't beat nice shoulders. Yeah. I used to have nice shoulders. I miss that as well. To the point where I've got it's here actually. I've got an Argentina football tracky top, an Adidas one in pale blue with the 3 stripes, and I was wearing that one day, and people were saying to me, "Are you a swimmer?" No, fucking shoulders on you, man. Proper like, I mean, don't even look like that anymore, but I looked huge and fit, slim, no stomach. No. Not anymore. I'll get there though. Once I'm healthy and I'm able to run again, if I'm ever able to run again, I will be running, I will be healthy, I will be fit again. And hopefully get my knee sorted out and get back playing football. I would love to do that. I miss it so much. A bulk pack. A nice broad back. A barrel, not a 6-pack. Harsh, man, these are harsh. There seems to be a certain kind of look that the ladies are interested in here. Cheekbones, 6-pack, wide shoulders. You keep forgetting you're not who you used to be either. You know, you look exactly the same. Not even changed remotely. Right, anyway, who's next? Behind bar. Who's next behind bar? None of us are. The thing is, though, Louise, we're all better than we used to be. That's the whole point, isn't it? I mean, obviously, I can't do the... oh, you want to go back behind there, do you? Oh, no, Louise, on there as well. Yeah, you've just been on, Jinxie. Louise can go back on. You'll be back on after there. There we go. Executive decision. Yeah, I couldn't do a Mexican wave, but I'm older and wiser than I used to be. I should go down and see lads at football. It is only down the road from here as well, literally just down the road. I might do, but I might also get slightly upset. I might cry and not being able to play. In the past, when I was injured and I was out for months, I used to have to go and pick my dad up. I'd drop him off at the football because he used to play as well. I'd pick him up afterwards. And I loved just being in the dressing room with the lads because I knew at some point I'll be back playing. Now I'm not 100% sure I ever will play again, but it would be nice. Oh no, I'm not. Oh yes, you are. Pantomime season. We may not look the same, but we are definitely a step ahead of where we were mentally. Plus, let's face it, if we had the same bodies and physiques that we had in our 20s and the brain that we have in our 50s, we would be dangerous. Very dangerous. There'd be no stopping us. We'd be on the move. Moving. Yes, McFadden and Whitehead. Copyright strike for that, definitely, because it sounded just like them. I've got pictures somewhere as well, taken of my legs, football legs, when they had a little bit of definition to them. I feel like weeping whenever I see them because they were all right legs, long, obviously, all the way to the floor sometimes, but a little bit of definition in them. Plenty of power as well. Man, I could hit a ball. Oh, I could hit a ball. And I'm going to go as soon as we get any decent weather, the first bit of warmth where the back garden is dry. I'm going to get a ball out there, and even if I fall over and break my neck, I want to hit a ball again, just once, smash it as hard as I can, record it and show you it. I'm going to go at the end of it. Man, you're pretty much the same shape that you were. Well, that says a lot about you then, doesn't it? You've done well. You've been very disciplined. Fair play to you. Some people are though, aren't they? I mean, I'm only not the shape I was years ago because I can't exercise, I can't run, I can't play five-a-side. Otherwise, I'd be pretty much the same shape I was when I was 14. I have a fairly decent metabolism, or at least I did anyway. I can work off food fairly quickly. But I can't because it's injury. You wish you were as well, Jinx, eh? Better hair though, no straighteners back in the day. Did you have to iron it? That's what people used to do, didn't they? Lash the hair on the ironing board and doing that and threatening to burn their ears off. From COVID, your weight just went up and up and up. You can't get out, that's why. There's nothing else to do, is there? Louise, so are you, but it's all 6 inches lower than it was. I'm not having that whatsoever. Not having that. You're doing well as well then, if that's the case. Iron it with brown paper. My niece used to do that all the time. They occasionally hear, ow, what's wrong with you? I'm ironing my hair. I'd be in the front room. What the fucking hell are you talking about? You're ironing your hair. Walk out and see it and think, oh shite. I'm going to start the car now because I'm going to end up in A&E, aren't we? 6 inches lower. Not a chance. 6 inches is quite a size, you know. If you were, you would make a noise when you walked. That would make a sort of dubba noise, like someone using the speedball in the gym. I wasn't doing like Jerry Springer. No, dum. Just be careful. You haven't kicked a ball for a while. You nearly tore every muscle in your leg putting a cross in a couple of years ago. Soon lose the muscle. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be careful, but I want to put a little bit of oomph behind it. I miss it so much. That ability to get stress out your body by kicking a ball hard. I've got no proper stress releases at the moment. All the stuff that I used to do, I can't do because the hand's knackered or the knee's knackered or I'm not allowed to because of the stroke. But that used to be fantastic. I'd game all through the week, that would take the edge off things, and then go and play five-a-side and volley a ball as hard as I could. That used to keep me zen, keep me centred, man. Okay, then 4 inches. Nope, not having that either. In the words of Bruce Forsyth, higher, higher, higher than a 4. You still can't do the curl hair straightener trick, though. Do you need to? Aren't straighteners and curlers all weird now anyway, now that James Dyson's got involved? They don't even heat up, just you put them like that close to your hair and all of a sudden you look like Farrah Fawcett or something like that. I don't know, I wouldn't know. I do need to zhuzh mine off this week though. I'm starting to look like a hedge that's dragged through a man backwards. Nobody needs that shit. Blaming Jeff for that one, yeah. Very expensive, overpriced, and over in Singapore. James Dyson is an absolute turbo wool. All for Brexit, and as soon as we got it, he fucked off to Singapore, sacked loads of people, so he doesn't have to pay tax, and is still interfering. Owns, was it, so many 100,000 acres of farmland in the UK that he doesn't farm on, because it's all a dodge. Prick. I mean, they look lovely, the straighteners. What is it? Prussian blue. That colour is lovely. Prussian blue and gold. Looks amazing. But he's still a tit. I wouldn't have a Dyson if you paid me. You get the principle. You can curl ribbon. Anyone can curl ribbon, Mandy. Anyone who went to school in the 70s can curl ribbon. Scissors, isn't it? All right, so that's how it works with the hair as well, is it? Right. So, Dyson, another son of Norfolk. That's not quite what I'd call him, Steve. It'd be nice if he give away, or at least sold his farmland to actual farmers to farm on. I stopped using it as a fucking tax dodge. Bastard. Why doesn't he still live in Norfolk? Why didn't you just stay in the UK, pay your taxes, try and help out the country that you came from, rather than pissing off to piss in Singapore to save pissing tax? Can't stand him. I can sort of understand it if you've got some kind of issue with the country that you live in, where every penny that you give them is spent on war or is handed over to other people, but he's part of it. Prick. You tried all the curls were in the same place. Look more like a 1920s wave. Oh, please, 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 Louise, tell me you have pictures of that. By the way, 1920s waves. I've been watching loads of stuff on Talking Pictures TV, and I hate saying this, but weren't women absolutely gorgeous in the 20s and 30s? The 1920s and 1930s. There wasn't like Botox or fillers or stupid massive long lashes, and everyone looked natural. The fellas all looked handsome and normal. Amazing. Looked absolutely amazing. Go back and watch those old films. 20s, 30s, 40s and 50s films. Everyone looked amazing. They don't anymore. Everyone looks so fake. I don't like her. I don't like her. Just can't get it to work, man. Heck no. Oh, Louise. Spoiling us there, telling us. I reckon you have, I genuinely reckon you have. Loads of 1920s curls. The good old days. I was watching one earlier on, there was a film on. All the darling, they're having a fight. Darling, I hate you, darling. Why are you calling her darling then? Every couple of seconds, darling. Yes, darling. No, darling. Yes, darling. I hate you, darling. I hate you too, darling. Shall we get married, darling? Yes, darling. I love you, darling. Me, darling? Yes, darling. You, darling. For fuck's sake. Who wrote this shit? But it's brilliant. It's epically shite in a great way. I was not able to find Sergeant Rock Shandy. The Tesco by us doesn't have it, but I'm keeping an eye out. I might ask Stuart Barlow, former Everton striker Stuart Barlow, have you got some in? Can you hold some for me? Then being able to take it down to Tomash and tell him that former Everton striker Stuart Barlow would be great, wouldn't it? Does sound very Blackadder, doesn't it? I love Blackadder. But yeah, if you watch some of those old films, it is literally whoever sat there and wrote it, I need to do 20 pages of script. If I can fill 10 of them with darling, I'm halfway there. That's exactly what you do. I say darling, yes darling, me darling, yes darling, you darling. Are you happy darling, me darling, yes darling, you darling. Rather darling, you darling, am I darling, yes darling. Fucking get on with it, what? I say, you, yes you, that man, you're an absolute char. Brilliantly shit. Dialogue was awful, the acting was wooden, but at least there were stories involved. Not sitting there for 3 hours thinking, where was the plot? Loads of explosions, but where was the plot? No. It was all plot and no explosions. I prefer that. You could live with that Monday, you could. Oh. Hang on. Oh. Miss Helen Stibbins. I can't get my words out. 1980s curls. Sorry, Steve, but I'm going to have to say it, mate. Hubba and indeed hubba. That's proper 80s. Look at that. Proper 80s there. Were you ever a stand-in for Princess Di by any chance? Loving it. Loving it. Look fantastic. Does this mean we're going to have to start doing 80s haircut Wednesdays? I don't even think I've got an 80s haircut. Oh, I might have actually. In fact, I might have on this phone. I might have. Or have I? Oh, I don't know. Can't remember. Twitter. Was it on Twitter? No, wrong phone. That was 1980, I suppose, wasn't it? So. Me 1980, me little skinny legs. No, it might be another phone. I've got so many bloody phones, it's stupid. Let's have a look. Let's have a look what you could have won. They're here somewhere, I know they are. Proper 80s haircut. I look like Steve McManaman. Have I used that? I don't think I have I? Where are they, man? They're here somewhere. Download. Is it download? Is it on? It is download. There's my 80s curls. Looking dopey as fuck as well. That would have been 1987 or 1988, I think. I was about 14. And as you can see, taller than the rest of the boys, even though I was actually leaning down at that point. My poor mate, Tunner, died when he was 24, I think. Very young. Gutted. Great lad, him. Threatened to knock me out the first day I was in school. And I ended up being a really good mate. 'Cause that's what you do when you're kids, don't you? You don't have any? Mandy's got loads, obviously, but every one of them you look like Bonnie Tyler, I reckon. I'm sure. Have you got any headshots from when you were in the band? All soft focus and hairspray everywhere. Singing Simply the Best. But you never sung that, have you? Ali, you don't have any? Cameras didn't exist when you had hair, Steve. Not even ones where the flash on them where it went... A box brownie. Nothing like that, no. Were you born at that point? 78, so only just managed to get in there. You might not even had hair at that point. Just a little wisps like kids have. I haven't changed at all. I still look dopey, I do. Yeah, with me just good friends here. That's the thing. I reckon I look like Gregory from Gregory's Girl. Very, very Gregory. And all of it the same colour. No wisps of grey. Nothing like that. Yeah, that would have been, I'm sure I'd have been 14 at that point. So that would have been 1987. That would have been the year that, oh yeah, upper school. Our school was cut into three, and three little separate areas round Allerton. Lower for years 1 and 2 of, or what would they call them now? First and second year seniors. Middle for 3 and 4, and then fifth year seniors and sixth form was in upper. That was in upper. Good old days. Fat side of the tie was stuck inside the shirt, skinny side was sticking out because that was the style back then. It was a natural curl, just like my dad was. Unfortunately, it doesn't curl normal. It's bizarre. Where's the other picture of me? It was, when I was a kid, it was all proper curly. Where's the other thing? Where are we? Where are we? Where are we? Like, as you can see on that picture, it was always a bit curly. That, I mean, that now, if I had that haircut now, I'd look like a well end, wouldn't I? But yeah, proper curl, natural curl. And it's still to this day, if I try and grow it, it just grows out and grows frizzy. Looks bloody awful. I reckon if I let it grow, if I went to work on a kibbutz or something and came back like a year later, I'd end up looking like Rudy Vuller. Oasis fan, exactly. Proper a Paul Weller. Well end, as Bruce used to call him. Well ends. People have Paul Weller hair, bell ends with Paul Weller haircuts, well ends. It's very Oasis-y, isn't it? Especially with me tracky top and everything. Me bucket hat, mate, look, I got a proper Oasis haircut in the area with the scissors. Sort of thing saying all ginger people have a blonde streak at the nape of their neck. I do, but my blonde streak is now grey, unfortunately. But we do, and also, I am Jean. I don't look it now because my hair got darker as I got older, but now it's getting lighter. But I am a Jean. My dad's a Jean. My granddad was a Jean. I come from a line of Jean. When you were 18, your hair went past your shoulders when wet. Then it would dry into a brilliant Chris Waddle mullet. Helen, shh, get hold of photos of this. Don't tell him, get hold of those photos, we need to see them. Your streak was ginger. I would pay good money to see this. The sexy gorilla with the Chris Waddle mullet. Oh man. That's the holy grail, that, isn't it? That is the holy grail. There's got to be pics. Not many. See, not many is not any. There are pics. We need to see these. These have to be seen. There are holy grails, there are holy grails, and there are holy grails. Yes. So there are some, definitely. They're out there. You've a blonde streak at the side of your head, but possibly from the highlights that you got ages ago. Right, well, it will grow out eventually, but it does take a while, doesn't it? But otherwise, you are all spun gold, are you, Ali? Pure spun gold. If they do, your mum would have them. These need to be undugged. Same, Steve, says Louise. Does that mean that you also have a ginger streak and a Chris Waddle mullet? We need these pics. We need all these pics. So far, Helly's the first one in there. Straight away. Here you go, bosh. That's what we like to see. No messing round. Your mum has the pics. That's what you think. Everything has its price. Jeff wants to see the pics as well. That's what it is. Oh, imagine that. Personalised calendars full of Jeff pics, and you get to October or something and there's you with your mullet. How good would that be? Or our Lulu with you. Did you have a bubble perm? Come on. What did you have back in the 80s? There are more pics of me somewhere. There's a box in the back kitchen, actually. There's the picture of me in the Netherlands with my little farmer's costume on. There's got to be more. I think there's a picture of me with... I've been drawing on my face with felt tip because I was a fucking idiot. And a big shock of orange hair as well, somewhere. I'll look through some of them. I might stick them on a video and stick them on here, I think. So you can all have a proper laugh. Proper laugh. Back then, when I was 14, 15, my hair grew out, the same kind of thing, just, and I was 6'4". I couldn't hide anywhere in that school. And everyone knew who I was. And then I turned 17 and I was driving to school in my dad's XR4i. That time I suddenly became cool, man. Oh, where'd you get the motor? It's my dad's. Fuck sound, that lad's sick. Gunny. Go ahead, lad, gunny. Yeah, as if I'm going to do that. My dad had duffed me up. Strange noises. It's always Jeff. It's always Jeff. Right. I need to remember to do this. I've got a picture that needs to go up on the screen at some point. If and when. Remind me. Very vague, that, isn't it? Isn't it mad though? Like for us, me mum might have the pics. They'll be in a box somewhere. They might be in the attic. In 40 years' time, I think my dad's got the pics. They're on a thumb drive, or they're on the cloud. Yeah, look, I'll show you. There'll be no getting away from it at all. And some lemon sippings. I need some lemon sippings. I need to get them. But that's when I go to Tesco, which I'm not going tonight. I'm off tomorrow. Sorry, I'm not off tomorrow. Jess is off tomorrow, so I can go in the morning. It'll still be earlier than I would start normally. I'm off Friday. 2 good lions. Unless she needs to go in on Friday. She's on standby. Like Shed 7. But if she does go in, it doesn't matter. I can drop her off, go back home and just clamber back into me bobies. Night, night, Jackie. Don't forget, as well, morning, Jackie. Because you will watch again in the morning to see if we're talking about it. So if you need to get a slag it off now. That Jackie Lewis one coming round here. Yeah, but there's no escape, is there? Imagine I'm talking to people of a similar age. I'm not saying you got up to no good, but fucking hell, we got up to no good, didn't we? Imagine doing that now. Everyone's got camera phones. Half the stuff we'd done, we wouldn't do nowadays because you'd end up in jail, wouldn't you, or deported or something. Couldn't get away with anything. Not half the stuff we got away with anyway. Imagine that. Imagine it. You'd never live, would you? Half the stuff that I've done. Even in my 20s, my late 20s, which doesn't feel that long ago. Nah. No camera phones, and occasionally someone would take a Kodak Instamatic out. That was about it. And they'd use all those pictures up in the first sort of the first couple of hours of being out, because you couldn't have pictures taken after that. Otherwise, there'd be trouble involved. What did I do? Oh, couldn't begin to tell you. Couldn't begin to tell you. I was a naughty, bad villain. No, if we'd had that technology, we wouldn't have done half the things we did back then. Definitely not. Absolutely not. Because you wouldn't know, would you? Who's got a camera? All those things you could possibly be arrested for and thrown in jug. No. Go on, go on, go on. I'm not causing divorces for people. Not a chance. Terrible, terrible boy. See, this is the problem, you see. When you're a show-off, a natural show-off, which for a shy boy is weird, I know. I'm an oxymoron. I'm a weirdo. I'm a one-off. Yeah. A shy, natural show-off who has got an entire pub's worth of people to show off to who are getting drunk. Life becomes very interesting. Know what I mean? Yeah, and no way to find out after things we should have been suffering from. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, I think we became what we became as a generation because we were allowed to do stuff like that. Falling off swings and hurting your knee, so you think, you know what, I'm not going to do that again. Doing things that were dangerous. Not doing that again, that was dangerous. Yeah, you learn those lessons. Kids nowadays don't. Not allowed to. Don't mess with such and such a girl. Her dad's a lunatic. Oh, bollocks. You know he isn't. Fucking hell, yeah, he is. They're the kind of lessons that you learn very, very quickly. What about her? She's dead nice. Dad's a fucking lunatic. Right? Lesson learned. Not getting involved. He's been away for a while, hasn't he? Yeah. Oh, right, yeah. Not messing with her, mate. Different world back then, man. Different world. I'd love to be able to, if we could, I know we can't, but I'd love to be able to just occasionally go on holiday 2 weeks to somewhere else, another time. Imagine being able to do that. Not 2 weeks in Spain, 2 weeks back in 1987. Just go back and experience it all again. Wouldn't that be great? Whether it's going back to the mid-80s to watch Everton being fantastic, or go back and watch the music that was around. Go back to the 1960s. Go and watch the Beatles in the Cavern. Or if you could only do your own lifetime, just go back and experience some of those days where you absolutely piss yourself laughing. Next. Piggly ding, next. Well, Jackie's not around, is she? So sorry. Yeah, just go back and experience some of the things you did. Was it really as funny as we thought? Probably not, but we had such a great time. Yeah, don't bang on that door again. There's a shotgun barrels come through the letterbox. Exactly. And especially those fellas, the proper old school mushers, you know what I mean? I mean, I'm big now, or fairly big. I take up a not inconsiderate footprint. But when you used to knock on someone's door and the dad would walk through the front door and the house would disappear. Oh my fucking God. Is it such and such in? Who the fucking hell are you? Yeah, I'm with the school friend. Wait there. Yeah, right, like I'm waiting here. Jesse Owens down the road there. I always thought that was weird. Again, even when I was 14, 15, when I'd suddenly got, well, tall, not big, I was tall. And then you bumped into someone who was actually big, proper solid. Like, fucking hell, man. I wouldn't like a punch off him. In that case, don't misbehave with his family, male or female. Don't be fighting with his lads, and don't be up to no good with his daughters, because otherwise you will come to no good, my friend. The old boys in those days had thought, yeah, they hadn't need to fought a war. The proper old boys had lived through it as well. But bizarrely, some of them, it wasn't through fear, it was through respect. Same as the video I made the other day. If someone back then would say to you, oi, wind your neck in or behave yourself, it'd always be, yeah, sorry, I didn't realise. Now if I went out and tried to say it to a kid, well, I'll fucking stab you, lad. I'll slash your face off, lad. The world's changed. But back then, yeah, these fellas fought a war. Not only could they probably literally disarm me within seconds, but you had respect for them. A copper would walk past and slap you on the back of the head. What was that for? Because you look like you were about to do something. Oh, I haven't done anything. Yeah, but you're not going to now, are you? No. Plus I know your dad. Oh, shit. Yeah, all right. Just brought up differently. Might spoil it going back if it's not as good as you thought. Yeah, absolutely, Mandy. But it'd be interesting. And especially if you could give yourself one bit of advice when you went back. That'd be great. But then that'd spoil it as well. We have to live our lives in an order to get to where we are now. Would it spoil it by going back saying, don't do this particular thing because bad stuff happens from it? Would you be spoiled as a result? Would your life be changed? My dad always talks about it. Coming back from the Netherlands with so many tens of £1,000s in his back pocket, where he could have bought the entire terrace where my nan lived. Like 13 houses, he could have bought all of them in one go. And they all had council grants on them to get modernised. Could have made himself an absolute fortune, but didn't. He had loads of opportunities like that to buy businesses and make money. Didn't. Business that he did buy, which was a hairdresser's, didn't work out, so he lost money on that. But we've met the people that we've met. And if it hadn't been for that, would we have been happy? As happy as we are, despite the fact that we've had a really, really rough time, health-wise, and none of us are rich. We all have to live in the same house to make sure we can afford to make ends meet. But we're happy. Is this what genuine richness is like? We're happy. We're fairly healthy. We could be healthier. But is this the life that we were meant to have? Is this the people that we were meant to have? Were we meant to hang around with rich people and boring bastards driving Volvo estates, going to play golf of a Sunday? Or we meant to meet absolute lunatics, the kind of people that'll make you laugh for days on end at absolutely nothing just because of who they are? I think so. I think that's what it is. Yeah, got taught at an early age. Respect the old boys who've been in World War II. Yeah. You had two in your village who've been captured by the Japanese in Singapore in 1942. What? That's just... Yeah, when you're watching things like Bridge Over the River Kwai, these fuckers down the road lived through stuff like this. It's mad. And again, as a kid, I didn't need to be told to respect these people, but you did anyway. And it was expected of you. Because if it wasn't for them, your life might be completely different nowadays. That is a different life altogether, what they went through. And that's what pisses me off more than anything else at the moment. I mean, fucking America's miles away, 4,000 miles or 4,500 miles away from the UK, whatever it is. So it's easy for a lot of people over there to wear swastikas and do all these fucking salutes and what have you, because it never happened on their doorstep. They might have family that fought in the war, but it means nothing to them. When it's been on your doorstep, and it could happen again because of all this shit going on, you don't have fucking swastikas tattooed on you. You don't start giving it Roman salutes. The Proud Boys, the fellow who got released with the 6MWE on his shirt, which is 6 million wasn't enough. I mean, what the fucking hell kind of thing is that to be wearing? People went through things to protect us from these knobheads, and now people in the country that they were fighting to protect are now doing the same kind of shit that the people that they fought against are doing. It kind of annoys the life out of me. That helmet, that was the famous picture that we had. The fellow with the swastika on his neck tattooed on there, and with the poppy badge on. Then don't you understand what this fucking means, you dickbag? I hate them. Hate them. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. Yep. That was all auto-corrected. I knew what you meant, though. It's chefery. Sliding doors, absolutely. What could life have been? But it doesn't matter. Because it's brought us to this particular point right now. At 11:15 on a Wednesday. This is what was meant. Because that's why we're here. So, sliding doors. Keep your sliding doors. I'm happy with where we are. If it hadn't been for all this, I might never have met you people, and I think I would be poorer as a result. And you're right, Donald, wealth isn't just your bank account. You can have all the money in the world. If you've got no friends, no memories, no love in your heart, you're poor, as far as I'm concerned. So Musk, fuck off, mate. Don't care how rich you are. You've got no proper mates. You've got no semblance of humanity. You are poorer than I am. But can I borrow a couple of million? I'll be your best mate. Bollocks. Yeah, imagine, Louise, imagine, yeah, I know my rights. You have the right to get punched in the face, even as a kid back then for that. I'll tell you what I'll tell you what your rights are. I will drag you by the hair on the side of your head. I'm going to take you to your dad and I'll show you what your rights are, mate. I mean, I was cheeky, believe it or not, but I was always the right side of cheeky. Where people would say to me, granddad, he's one cheeky little bastard, your grandson, isn't he? Oh, what's he done now? And they'd start laughing it off. I had to go with him earlier on. A funny little bugger, but, one cheeky little sod. Just the right side, where you know how far you could push it to be respectful and cheeky without being an absolute bellend about it. I hope I've stayed the same ever since. I know pretty much just enough. Just enough to be... I hope I never take it too far. If I do, just tell me. But I think I've got enough of a grasp of what to do, how far to take it, and when to just roll back slightly. It is absolute ignorance. Horrific. Blame Childline, all down after that. Esther bloody Ranson. It's always their fault. Yeah, I'm going to phone Childline as the I know my rights, mate. That's where it came from. A right and a left. If you're lucky. As my granddad would say, I'll be hitting you with that many rights, you'll be begging for a left just to change things up. Don't worry about Musk, he can't hurt us. He's trying to, though. They're getting involved. All those right-wing think tanks have always been here. He's getting involved. It's we need to be careful. They bought Brexit. The Russians paid for that. The Russians are still doing it now. The disinformation campaigns are just because they can't win a war. So the only thing they can do is cause as much division as possible. Which is why Facebook and Twitter are an absolute bin fire full of lunatic right-wingers. Just keep people causing trouble amongst themselves. Blame everyone apart from where the actual trouble's coming from. Horrible. The weather warning is coming in tomorrow night. Be careful in Ireland. Apart from Donald, you don't need to be worrying at all, do you? Doesn't matter what the weather's like anywhere on the planet. It's 12 degrees and lovely where he is for some strange reason. But be careful over there. Same if you're in Wales, England, Scotland. Be careful. And if you're in America and it's cold over there, bloody hell. Our mates, we just seen him earlier on. Mates regulars from the pub. Lovely couple. They're heading to New York tomorrow. And it's minus 16. And we're thinking all these, a walk through Central Park with maybe some snowflakes and beautiful. No. Just complete fucking whiteout. So hopefully they're alright as well. How you doing, Conor? You alright, bud? Hopefully it won't be too bad for you in Cork. No rugby training on Friday. I'm not surprised. It's going to be a little bit more than windy, a little bit cold. Aren't we having a bit of an issue currently with a Russian warship? Yes, in the North Sea. This is what they're doing all the time. Russia cannot win a war against anybody. Obviously, you can't go into Russia and take their country because they can protect themselves. They've got enough people. But a lot of what they have is 1980s technology, which is fucking shite, to be honest with you. So they can't really... They couldn't come out and win a war against someone away from home. The best thing they can do is just cause as much trouble as possible, which is send a few warships, the North Sea, the Wadden, all that kind of place. Just get the Europeans on the toes, and then head back home. Or we're just on a little bit of manoeuvres, just cause little tiny problems like that. Interfere with social media. Interfere with elections, which they've done in, is it Hungary or Bulgaria, Romania? The Womble countries, as Al Murray calls them. Cause trouble as much as they can by cyber methods, because they can't win a war, and we're falling for it. They're paying the likes of, Russia and Israel are paying the likes of Tommy Robinson and Katie Hopkins to just be little agents of chaos. Farage as well. Aaron Banks, Andy Wigmore, Isabel Oakeshott, all them lot seem to have very, very close ties to Russia and seem to be causing as much issues as problem. We don't need it, man. We don't need this fascist groove thing. Yeah, Northern Ireland, the west of England will get the worst of it. Be careful if you are there. We are on the northwest, so you never know, we might get some of it. Mandy's up there as well in North Wales. Be careful. Got a spare room. Yeah, again, Steve, freezing bloody cold here, and you had plus 12 you had, didn't you? We had snow everywhere, and you had Portuguese weather. Weird. If you're heading that way, Louise, pick us up in the car. Sick of being bloody cold. Hurry up, spring. Could be early hours of Friday. Oh, man. There's a Russian cargo ship dragging its anchor through the Baltic Sea, breaking pipelines and cables. That is something they do quite regularly as well. They did something, didn't he? Was it the Sea of Japan or somewhere around there? Singapore, Japan, China. They dug up a load of, or severed a load of cables there as well, because it cut off a lot of world trade. Caused absolute chaos. It wasn't us. Oh, we watched you doing it. Wasn't us. I know, alright, Shaggy. But that's all he can do. Can't do much else. Belfast, North Wales, North West England and Scotland, which is some of the coolest places in the UK, are about to become even cooler by the fact that it'll be freezing cold and windy and horrible and miserable. When are we playing next? Everton fixtures. Brothers and sisters, pump up the volume. 1st of February against Leicester, right? Hopefully it'll all be sound by then. Oh, we've got some games in February. Jesus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 games in February. 28 days in February, we've got 6 pissing games. Always a room for you there, Louise. You have to share it with the brother-in-law, though. Stays here for 2 months a year when he's kicked out of his caravan. As long as it's warm down there, you'll be fine. Yep, Ali, you might want to take some of the feeders off the line before they blow everywhere. They will disappear. Keep them safe, keep them seen. Poor birdies in weather like that as well. What the bloody hell did he do? Yep, good reminder. Actually, I think the little feeder that we've got is still out there, hasn't blown over yet. I'll take that off tomorrow. Remind me. There's going to be a list of about 3 million things to remind me of. I need to rethink that, I think. The Dennis Bird cam, I need it to be a bit more solid than it is. Just so I can throw a camera over there at any given time and we can have a massive long stream. Because at the moment, even during the summer last year, any kind of blustery day, it was doing that, wasn't it? All over the place. Not good. No es bueno, man, as they say in Japan. What's the footy scores tonight? Ooh. 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 Some very strange results tonight. To hell with the context. Yoo-hoo, Botrix. Yeah, why have you not levelled up? Lulu Bell. Lulu and the young generation. Where are you? You must be close to levelling up now. You must be. Absolutely. You've got to be. Ali's showing how it's done. Cry it in though, because that's Mandy done that the other week, didn't you? Mandy levelled up. When was it? Was it last week you levelled up? Or the week before? Mandy's got fucking level 40 though, you know what I mean? That means I have to start actually genuinely preparing for a level 42 event, don't I? Miles off. You're miles off, Steve? Well, you are, because he's in Norfolk and you're in North Wales. Oh, you mean you're miles away from going up, it's there. Yeah, you might be, but Aloise shouldn't be. It's not as if you keep quiet during these, is it, Lou? Lulu Bell, Lulu and the young generation. Lulu, there's no ski lift, Lulu. Yeah, our Ali doesn't curse at all. She's as pure as the driven slush. You've got to be close, man. Fecking doesn't count as cursing either, does it? We know that. If priests can feck, we can all feck. Just don't be fecking kids. That's now the perfect temperature. But I'm closing the window because I don't want all the heat to get out for later. When I'm lying on my bed. Thinking of you all. Ah, feck it. But the air was blue and Ali kissed the tarmac. Wasn't the Blarney Stone, it was the tarmac. But she was full of the gift of the gab that night. The bad F word, father, worse than feck. I need to go back and watch Father Ted, man. Mrs. Doyle, oh man. The shock of her life when I watched Shameless and Mrs. Doyle had her Jimmy Smith's out in there. Felt wrong. Felt wrong, man. She shouldn't have been doing that. That's Mrs. Doyle. There's no Rice Krispie on her face and she's not wearing clothing. What's going on here? Your brother swears like a trooper. The one thing he said when he came back from Ireland was how much they swear over there. It's part of the culture, isn't it? Irish people can get away with swearing now because it sounds lyrical. Like saying Billy Connolly said the same thing about him. Other people can get cancelled for their language. You can do it. Oh, it's just Billy being Billy. Old granny's talking about it. Oh, it's just Billy. Get away with it. The Irish can as well. It sounds great. Lyrical. It was wrong. It definitely was wrong, wasn't it? I mean, she's a very attractive woman, is Pauline McLean, but you can't be doing that, mate. Can't be doing that. It's Mrs. Doyle. Frank Gallagher is shagging Mrs. Doyle. Nah, mate. You got up as quick as you went down. Fair play to you, fair play to you. You have to, don't you? Get up, pretend not to be in pain, dust yourself down, cover your laces up, and then walk home before getting in the house and then swearing a blue streak. Are you alright? Do I fucking look alright? She says. Rain expected to stop in the next few hours. Don't care, mate. I don't care. I'm not even putting the car condom on the car because I don't need to. I won't be out in the morning. Oh, it is, yeah. Rainy all day tomorrow. Windy, very, very wind. Got that to look forward to. Moderate wind, it says. Moderate, my arse. Oh, Donald, it's coming up.
It's going up, 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 it's there.
Come on, Louise, come on. We can do this, man. Base Camp 2, come on. Present Base Camp 2 to Base Camp to Advanced Camp 3. Come on, we can do this. It's not fair, it isn't fair. I don't know why you're not... Why aren't you levelling up quicker? You should do. You never shut up, woman. In the best possible way. But you're just... Yeah, you are. You've got loads of points as well. So you're here all the time, you are talking. Why aren't you higher than that? In fact, the bizarre thing is, right, you're level 17, 18,445 points. Esther's level 18 with 12,975 points. Because the levels and the points are different, but I don't get why. You should be in the first page easily. Easily. I don't get it. I don't get it. I need to look into this. Definitely. Settings. We need to look into it. We need to look into it. It's not good enough. It's simply not good enough. You were going to go fishing Friday as a present to yourself, then you saw the forecast. Not good. But spring is round the corner. You'll be able to get out, Steve, definitely. Yeah, you'll be alright where you are. Just keep an eye on things. No, Donald hasn't overtaken you. You are top of page 2, about to hit page 3. No, not page 3, page 1, sorry. Page 3. What are we playing at there? No, page 1, sorry. It will be today. It's your bedtime. No worries, Ali. No worries. Catch you later in the area. Bonne nuit, mon chéri, as they say in Japan. The wind will be off the land, but when it's windy, is when it goes wrong. Oh yeah, be careful. Be careful then. But get yourself out this spring, mate. Get yourself out there. Get all the David Nish in. All the Lillian Gish. Mortimer and Stevens go fishing. There we go. We want to see that. Where's me pudding? Jeff, you're pissing me off now. Also need to find a way of stopping him doing that. Just do it once and then do something else. Well, that means writing 3 different things, doesn't it? Bollocks. There won't be a QCF this week. Is this wind related? What's the highest wind you've experienced? Only about 125 miles. What? Where was that? Were you in the middle of a tornado? Highest, I don't know. Probably 80 odd, wasn't it? I think. The highest we had round here. But I think the actual winds were about 60 odd and they were gusting to 90. I think someone said there was probably about 80. Only. Can hell, man. I think we're all left in the shade by our Louise when it comes to the wind experience. Up there on Mount Pendle, 38,000 feet up. Proper jet streams. The vans flew that time. I remember you saying that was heavy, that like, wasn't it? Wasn't even that long ago either, was it? That was proper heavy. And we managed to get away with it. Definitely got away with it that time. Yeah, I need to look into Botrix and find out what goes on with the levels, because this makes no science. This makes no science. Windows cracked in the house. Bloody hell, man. We are pretty lucky. I mean, we are windy. We talked about this the other day, didn't we, about where's the windiest part of the UK? Northern Scotland. We do get loads of wind, but it's not too bad, considering where we are. But when it does get windy, it does get bloody windy. We should think ourselves lucky it doesn't happen too often. You don't know why? Muckleborough, the local tank museum, have had some artillery pieces on the cliff top all week. They've been very local Yanks. That's it. This kind of weather, you don't know. It has such a knock-on effect with loads of other things as well, doesn't it? Just your day-to-day life, your working, all the other bits and pieces. Watch time and chat to different things. It is, but which is which? Points for chats or points for time? I need to work it out. Because Louise is here all the time and chats away, so don't know. I can't work it out. Understand why you're top of the list, because you've been here for every single one and you never shut up, in a good way. But I don't quite understand it. There's got to be a YouTube video out there which tells you exactly how it works. I've had this now for 2 years, and I remember just using videos to work out how to get it on the screen. I didn't really look into the wheres and wherefores. Levels are chat. All right, so more chat. Keep chatting. I think it's more standing on top of the van, so QCF but no coverage. But yeah, got to be careful on top of vans in this kind of weather. You never shut up. I've got to have a go, haven't I? I've got to have a go with Armandy. Never shut up, you. Points of time. Is this to do with Botrix, or is this just your philosophy? Points of time. Taunting you now. Not taunting you, Louis. Not taunting you at all. Talk more. It's engagement. That's all it is. It's all about engagement. which is why, and it genuinely works. I do get plenty of views on these lives, apart from the people that are in. So it must be getting pushed to other people, which is nice. Jerry loves the wind. All of those big jet TV airliners live and stuff like that would love stuff like this, because the views that they get on days where it's fairly hefty, that is good wedge, man. Strap everything down and get on the roof. You'll need to if it's all 6 inches lower. You have to strap it all down, won't you? It's not 6 inches lower. Behave yourself. We're not having that. Not even 4 inches. Not having it. All our lovely ladies are fantastic. We're not having it. That's for our Thomas. We'll have to leave that in the car for the next game. And yeah, don't forget, if you want one of these, bottle opener, let me know. Just give us an address that I can send it to. It doesn't have to be your address if you're worried about stuff like that. Just give us an address and I'll send one out to you. It's going live early Friday morning. Hopefully I'll be asleep. John Jay's crossed. But I quite like the early morning lives for stuff like that. Just stick it on while there's nothing on the telly. Chill for a bit. Can't have a strap on, Peggy. No strap-ons. Filt. But yeah, again, thanks to the Transformotion boys. Especially for Liam for bringing it out. If you don't watch them, you should watch them if you're into car stuff. Two local lads. Two Scouse lads, lad. Who are just fixing cars because they like doing it. It's great. After the warning about fishing that I gave you earlier. But you can trust me, Louise. You can trust me. I'm now just being nice. Plus, I work for the government. I've been vetted. Actually vetted. By that I don't mean I've had my balls cut off. I mean, you know, I've had my DBS and all that stuff. I am to be trusted. Yes, I know, stop laughing. I am to be trusted. Which is why I said if you want one, you don't need to give me your address. Anyone who's watching, any of the OGs, just give me somewhere where I can send it and I'm quite happy to do so. Just as a little thank you from me for all being so goddamn awesome. Jungle Book flashback, it was meant to be. Thank you. I'm glad you got onto that. Trust in me. That's not going to be a regular thing, by the way. I'm not going to try and hypnotise people on the stream. Look into the eyes. In fact, I might be able to, mightn't I? Wonder if I could. Just watch the key ring. Yeah. But I mean, at the moment I can't do much, but if the channel starts doing a bit better and money comes in more regularly, then I'm quite happy to start sharing with people. If I can do stuff that people want, you know, a little bit of free or something. Look into the eyes, look into the eyes. Not around the eyes, not around the eyes, look into the eyes. Yep. Old school, man. Best thing about Little Britain as well was just Tom Baker doing the voiceover. They should bring that back without any of the sketches. Just have him doing voiceovers all the time. I'd watch that. But yeah, Transformotion, watch them, they're brilliant. Especially if you like the fact that some people do work without too much care for their own safety. One of these days, watching behind my fingers because someone's going to slice off a thumb or they're going to lose an eyeball doing welding. I felt like saying to him the other day when he knocked on the house. So, oh, nice one, cheers on that, mate. Please, please, please buy a fucking welding helmet or put it on an Amazon wish list. I'll buy you one. Don't be slicing off bits. No one needs to see you slicing off bits for YouTube. We don't need that. Oh, I need to change my Amazon wish list, don't I? Start getting Ferrari parts rather than pens. I also need to check my emails. I've got a few little sort of, not suggestions, but we could possibly work with you for doing sponsorships. Not sponsorships, but, you know, put our link in your videos and whatever, and you can have 10%. I'll have to look into stuff like that. I don't need ripping people off or getting them involved in shit they don't need to be involved in. Ethical. Again, met Tom Baker in a garden centre near Hastings years ago. Always looked so big until you stood next to him. That's always the way, isn't it? He looked huge, and I think it's the voice, that's what does it, you know. When you look at him, he looked tall, but the voice made him look about 20 foot. I know Vic Reeves bought his house. I would love to have been there when they were discussing that. Just Vic Reeves and Tom Baker in a kitchen having a cup of tea discussing the house. What? Insane. I couldn't believe Tony Bellew. That was the one that done me in. This is going back before I was ill. He was light heavyweight, wasn't he? Which was 12 stone 7 is the weight limit for light heavyweight. He's 6'3". He's an inch shorter than me, and at that particular time, he was 2.5 stones lighter. And there's nothing of me. My arms are thin. My legs aren't overly massive. And I thought, where the fucking hell has he got 2.5 stone off me? And he's got big arms. What on earth? How? How is that possible? How can he be that tall and be that thin? Draining yourself to get to that kind of weight cannot be healthy. Then he went up to heavyweight and looked bigger, but looked healthier, I thought. It's niche. I mean, 12.5 stone, 12 stone 7. I was 12 stone 10 when I left the hospital, and I looked like one of those Ethiopians off the Who's Gonna Drive You Home Band-Aid videos, you know what I mean? It was fucking like that, proper skinny little bird legs. Mad. How can you knock people out at that weight? You must carry proper power. Oh, marvellous. 11:15. Or 11:15. Why hasn't anyone told me? Luis, thank you for an extended shift there as well. Mucho apreciado, as they say in Japan. Is this still working? Yeah. Other stuff. We'll take stuff off. What weight am I at the moment? I think I am 15.5 stone. That was the last time I checked. 15.5 stone. 6'4". 15.5 stone, which I think is a fairly decent, but I've still got really thin arms and thin legs. So it's weird. But then when you are tall, the difference between 14 stone and 16 stone doesn't look huge, to be honest with you. You can tell, but a lot of people couldn't if I went between the two weights. So you can sort it, you can hide it quite well. But 15, I feel much more stronger 15.5 stone. Seen AJ on Graham Norton with Greg Davis. He makes AJ look naughty. He does. Anthony Joshua's also tall and fucking massive, muscle wise, Jesus. But Greg Davis is an absolute monster, isn't he? And isn't exactly small either. He's not a thin 6'8", is he? Big boy. Yes, thank you, Louise. Mucho apreciado. And don't forget, Trust in me. That's going to become really, really annoying, isn't it? Yes. Hickety birdie for later on. Stay safe. Be safe, be seen, be sound. Don't go yet. You have to dance first. Get your dancing shoes on. Come on. Let's do it. Let's do this thing.
Another great night here at the Bears Paws. Folks, go give yourself a round of applause. We've had a good chat and told the odd joke. Now get in our hot tub for a post-stream soak.
And that's that.
Hoo-yah!